All right, now that was the confirmation.
That was it.
That we're live for you radio tonight with a couple special guests. Look at this group of fucks here.
I mean,
it looks like we're lining up for the swimming tryouts at this point. Okay, so we have in the house tonight for you radio, we have, of course, Joey Berserk. We have the very legendary MOB, motherfucking Jonathan Duke in the house.
Yeah.
Mind on business. And then, of course, we got this guy that we met that we called for K7 to be here.
Yes, we did.
And then I think we got K7 stunt double in the house tonight. Owner of Walls Upholstery here in Shively, brother Chris Walls. What's up, my brother?
Sir. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hey, dude.
Hello. You heard anything out of K7 here lately?
No, I haven't. It's been pretty quiet.
You're the only one that gets to speak to him.
He stays in the trenches, making new products. And
you know what's crazy is the you all have such a close friendship. The only people that I know in history that have a friendship closer than you and K7 is Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
For sure.
I think those are the only two closest people.
Batman, Bruce Wayne.
I need photos of K7 on my desk tomorrow.
They do bring money.
I think Batman and Bruce Wayne secretly have a big time like love-hate kind of
relationship.
Is it okay to apply?
Absolutely.
Okay.
extracurricular activity type of relationship. So anyway, if anybody wants to holler at the K7 stunt double Walls Upholstery owner Chris Walls, if anybody would like to holler at Mind on Business Jonathan Duke, or if anybody would like to run their mouth, get into political debate, talk about inappropriate racial things or sexual things, please call in to talk to me or Brother Berserk. I'm your sexual minister for the night.
For sure.
And your racial authority minister for tonight. So you can just count on me if you're in doubt. So what's going on? Okay, so here's what I do know. Is that did you even break that thing apart? Was that thing just stuffed at that point?
It was stuffed.
It was almost freaked like a mild. Except for tobacco.
So John Duke. Okay, so John Duke and I reach back. It's like this legend of the story of John Duke and I, because we basically got our fucking start together.
Yeah.
Speak of the Devil had just came out, and the campaign, what was the yours and Nick Brutal's album?
Mind on Business.
It was the Mind on Business album. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if that was the name of the group.
Demonstrate My Hustle was the name.
That's right. That's what it was. I remember the song and everything. And I remember you had just came out with that, and then we were opening the Nappy Root show together, and there was there was a whole pool of local stuff going on at the time or whatever, and then you and I kind of naturally gravitated together, and since then, every single project that I did, whether it was like big or small, you had some kind of inclusion somewhere along the line in it, and then here we are into the film business, fast forward the clock, and all of a sudden we're here, Berserk, now all of a sudden living at the Mind on Business studio. So we've been hearing all this shit about all this work you guys are doing, very, very reminiscent of the stuff that you and I did back in those days, what I'm saying? So I was like, man, why don't we get John Duke out here to the K7 layer and see what the fuck has been going on at Mind on Business lately.
Fucking Berserk.
Right.
A lot of that.
That's what we're seeing over on this side, brother.
No. For real, to be honest, it's just pretty much him and Mac.
Right.
Shout out Big Mac, by the way.
Oh, Big Mac.
My bro.
So I know that you've always kept an open door to the scene, and I know that the people who you've always been one of the real ones, in the sense where if somebody was like making noise, if one of the bigger artists came into town, you regardless of what it was, you always kept an open door to anybody who really needed like a real quality producer, whether they had the money for the funding for it up front or not. You know what I'm saying?
We get it done and fucking then talk about it later.
Exactly. And so, but I know you also...
I didn't get paid all the time, but...
Right. I know that...
kind of the nature of the business,
Yes. I know that you... But you also did some kind of like... kind of third party subbing out, some just engineering work where artists would come pay you hourly and you'd engineer their stuff. It wasn't really necessarily passion projects up. Are you doing much of that now?
No.
You're pretty much exclusive with the artists that you work with directly now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's other artists that I like to work with. From time to time, they'll hit me up. It might be, but it's few, you know what I'm saying? There's a gap between their sessions, but like Joe or Mac, they're in there like 4 times a week.
Damn.
3,
Hell yeah.
4 times a week.
Right.
That's
And
a real job.
they just have this prepared material that they prepare in between time they're with you, or they do a lot of preparing while they're with you. Because I know that.
No, there's a lot of like in studio stuff, but like Joe come in sometimes and don't know, like he won't have the whole thing,
Right.
but we'll get started on it, and then that'll, you know what I'm saying, motivate him to fucking, you know what I'm saying.
That's where the
It
real
might
magic
like
happens.
The first verse or the hook might inspire the second verse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then
And sometimes it takes hearing it back to know,
Right.
okay, the hook that I had the idea for this will work.
every song,
You know, one of those type.
we listened to it's fucking probably 100 fucking times before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but
And I love it. I love it so much because beforehand, Joey and I were talking, and this wasn't even directly connected with this particular part. But what I was telling Joey was a big motivation that I have for getting behind him the way that I have gotten behind him was because he was the first artist that I heard that not only had that.
he sound different.
I don't feel like Joey and I don't feel like we're even close to being similar artists in the sense of like sounding the same.
No, it's not probably not sonically. No,
But like that same kind of style or lane kind of thing. I just really saw him fitting really well in that lane. But then, you know, you meet him and you see this determination he has, this humble approach that he has to the game. And so I said to myself, like, he's the first artist that I would feel good about doing exactly what I'm doing for myself.
for him.
Absolutely.
For him. Like, he's the first artist that I've come across.
Caller. Sorry.
You see that in him.
Let's see.
There's a caller.
I hope this is connected to the show and not. Okay.
Anything else? Yeah.
Okay. You radio. What's good? What up? What up? Who's calling?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Scola, what's good, brother? Scola.
Scola
Let me go.
502.
Yeah.
Man, I told you I could talk about anything, man.
Anything.
Anything.
Wide open. What's good?
Man, I just had a baby. I was gonna talk about that for about 2 minutes.
Oh, no
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
My man.
Here,
Make some noise.
Scola. Hey, can
You
I,
have a son or a daughter?
Son, man.
Oh, man.
Hey,
What a
oh,
blessing.
Man, that's
What a
awesome.
blessing.
I'm going to open the beer. Look, can we please?
Sorry, I think
Look.
it's to you.
Scola, can you see us on the thing right now?
No, I had to call, so I can't watch any call.
Well, look, I'll tell you what we're doing right now. We're having a toast for Brother Scola's new baby.
Here.
Here, healthy and here.
Yes.
Brother Scola, congratulations, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering where you've been because, you know, anything that you ever do to, anytime you're ever involved or working at all, it makes a huge splash around. So I've been wondering where the hell you've been at, but now everything's coming together.
Yeah, I've been contemplating a big move, man, but that was the biggest one, you feel me?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
I tell you, look, for anyone watching live, for anybody watching the actual put together show, Scola 502 who's calling right now, we're going to put together like a little video, kind of a picture in picture to show who's calling.
For sure.
Scola was a part of Case Evans Revenge.
Absolutely.
Playing himself, he was a part of Afro Samurai, playing Ninja.
Big
Killed it.
star. Big
Killed it.
star.
The surprising standout of the movie, the comedic excellence that
Yes.
Scola brought to both movies.
She was hilarious.
In addition to not only a shitload of DLMF material, but then also a lot of material around town that Scola's lit on fire. So big
Yes.
love and shout out to Scola 502.
Big love.
Absolutely.
It's good to hear from you, brother.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, man, I've been watching, man. You know, I play the background, man, but I've been watching, man, you know.
We
Well,
appreciate that.
If I were to speak on what you guys are doing, one thing I would like to speak on is I seen a video that just came out, man.
okay.
Doing my thing.
Yeah.
Listen to me, man. Not to say who is, man, bro. Put it like this, bro. It was a verse on there, bro. That was just outrageous, bro. outrageous. The
Well,
verse on that song.
I'd have to say
Quality
that.
of the video
you said
alongside the lyrics and just the positivity of the song, you know, because everybody likes to do that thing, you know.
right, and yeah, man, that
No, he's got to be talking about your verse.
well, no, your verse for
Your
sure.
verse. Stop it.
But look,
Speculation, man.
well, no, I mean, you know, Scola, you know that you have some involvement on this new record that we have coming out. You know, there's
Oh, yeah, I know.
and I mean, dude, that I don't think they're ready for. They're just, I mean, because Scola, check me out, dude. That it's not that it's better than the other music coming out. There's just not a lot of music coming out. So when this thing,
That's right
so when this thing drops, they're gonna be like, damn, where the fuck did that come from? You know what I'm saying?
now. I'm hard, man, every time.
It's our pleasure. It's such a dope ass thing that you got to be a part of that. You know, John Duke ended up getting to be a part of the project. The production end of it, that's just as important as anything, man.
That's the pulse. That's everything.
Yeah.
That no beat, no song.
Right.
Let me say this right now. Who the fuck else? Who else in the city? Who else in the country? Who else in the galaxy can say that they have production from John Duke and Scola 502 on the same shit? Can't nobody say it,
That's
Scola.
next level, man.
We're over here making history.
Yeah, man, I'm honored to be a part of that. Now,
We losing?
That's why I lost battery power. You know how it goes.
You there? Scola, call us back. Call us right.
There we go.
Yeah,
There he is.
here we are.
I just wanted to say, you know, a lot of things happen, things fall apart. But just remember, man, there's always some guys that just don't be like everybody else when shit hitting the
Think
fan.
he's a real one.
No, I know for sure. I always knew that.
Trust me, we're one of those different ones, man. I totally feel you, and you know that's why it ain't nothing but love always, brother.
Nothing but.
You know it.
But yeah, I've been keeping up with you, man, and I just wanted to call in because it's an open line, and I wanted to
Right.
say,
Absolutely.
It's good to hear from you, man. Miss seeing you on set.
I had, man, look, K7, man, I had to stay away from you, kept trying to kill me, bro. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Scola, come be a part of the show sometime and show us that brand new baby sometime, okay?
Hell yeah.
Oh, man, most definitely.
Hey, congratulations on the boy.
Thank you.
Little boys are a blessing, man.
If this is what time y'all get down, man, you know, I'm a first shift guy, but I can, you know, definitely make a stop.
For Scola, we'll make it. Whatever we got to do, Scola.
Well, what we do, Scola, this is how we usually do it, is we usually get up and do it at like 5 a.m. So the people who are like, the real ones will come just to call and ask questions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we'll do that. But since we had the special guest tonight, we went ahead and did it later on. You know what I'm saying? So
I
it's
worked third shift when I was catching y'all at, like, the
It's my fault, bro. I fucked the vibe up.
yes, John Duke ruined.
I ruined everything.
John Duke ruined everything, and it's okay because now we're all gonna die.
You might have unintentionally brought in the audience by making an earlier broadcast.
Hey, this is no shit. When we were recording the audio for Afro Samurai, when Scola was doing the narration as Ninja, okay, we were at his fucking apartment. And outside of his apartment, all you could hear, I mean, dude, these people was loud. They had the window open. It was like 2 a.m. I don't know if you remember this. And they were slapping skin. Like, I'm talking, You could almost hear it in the fucking audio of the shit. It was like funny. Scola and I, we had to, do you remember that, Scola?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hilarious. Yeah.
You had to deal with that shit.
My neighbors is watching this. Fuck y'all. For sure. Man, we had to pause the audio a couple times.
Yeah. Scola, man, it's great times. But here's the thing, man. Not only do you have a huge musical career ahead of you if you choose to do so, but dude, you also have a big career in the acting thing and the film side of thing if you choose to also, man, because you knock it out of the park with that shit, dude.
Hey, man. I'm just trying to come be myself, man.
Hey,
and,
that's it.
One thing about working with DLMF is, you know, it might have a script for some, it might not for others, but at the end of the day, you're bringing yourself to the table.
That's
For
right.
sure.
It's always told in the beginning, you bring in yourself. You know, I'm not coming to get you to play a role. Usually, you're yourself. And that's the thing that drew me into DLMF.
Here's the thing: we've got artists on there who maybe have never been on film before, and I think the best way to get away with people who, it's not that they're bad actors because they're bad actors and they should be better actors. They've just never done it before. Right, so I think a way to kind of get a more natural feel is to let the funny people be naturally funny, and then to let the quiet people be, and not the other way around. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. I got a. My personality is very outstanding, man. So,
no, you can't teach charisma, man.
No, sir.
Your personality is one in a million, man.
Born and bred.
I genuinely enjoy everything. Your beats, your acting, everything. And, this is Berserk talking right now. Is it 100% salute?
I know your voice, man. How could I not hear the voice?
Well,
This motherfucker gonna say, hey, Dizzy. This motherfucker gonna Dizzy Berserk talking right now.
Hey, this is Berserk.
Hey, this is Berserk.
Just in case you didn't
like
know.
You ain't finna recognize my shit.
Just in case.
But no, man, look, check it out, though. So here's the topic that y'all to discuss.
Okay.
If you want to discuss it, you got a folder that you're sitting on. And me and B-Girl was speaking on this in my inbox not too long ago, and he was like, "Oh, you feel me? I still got," and I was like, "Look, even though I didn't get a chance to film everything like I wanted to, because that's time, man, and I haven't really had a luxury of that, but
Right.
everything that you got is what you got. And it might have moved around, but ain't nobody claimed nothing and had a chance to be like, hey, that's mine. So, while you got it, man. It's music before you lose it.
Are you talking about the last scroll track?
Nope. I'm talking about
The other.
21 samples that's sitting in your inbox.
We got a B-side to Last Dawn. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Okay. So okay. All right.
Wow,
So no. So we'll let the cat out of the bag, Scola. We'll say it for the people who are with us, for the people who are doing the thing. We're about ready to come out with the Last Dawn record.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like a part 1. We have a part 2 that we're gonna come out with where we're including all of that stuff, and it's gonna be like we're gonna include other artists on it in addition to what we already have recorded to it.
A side B thing.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
Part 2, if you would.
So that's in the works also. So those stuff, that stuff isn't being slept on at all. I promise.
Bro, it's clear. It's clear.
We definitely lost it.
Yeah, I heard the
That was
beep,
the
beep, beep.
drop.
That was the beep of death. Look, sorry, Scola. We love you, brother.
We love you.
Yes, sir.
brother Scola.
Congratulations on the baby, bro.
If you call back, we won't answer, so don't bother. Moving on, joking, teasing. If anybody wants to call in, 502-333-5153. This is DLMF TVU Radio. We're in here drinking beer. Like a bunch of big friggin'. And I got a ninja spear, and I'm going to stab it right through your inner ear.
Yeah.
While I'm
Is that what's
drinking
going
beer.
on?
Hold on, wait a minute.
It is. Hold on.
Are you
Hold
spitting
on.
bars now?
No, I'm not. Look,
You
no.
know it's pay-per-view.
No,
you can't
yeah.
just be spitting on live.
I know.
Right.
I know it. Look,
Only
pay-per-view.
call in 502-333-5153. Chop it up.
Get on me for this shit.
Shout out to Scola 502.
Big shout out.
Where were we before he rudely interrupted us? Let's see. We were talking about your studio, and you know what's crazy? You know how I have those like super dementia moments where like I'll be like sitting there talking. I'll be sitting here giving you the full rundown of the Geneva Convention in like half sentence. I'm like, okay, so where was I? What was I just talking about? You know,
What was my point?
yeah,
What was
like
the point
I'll
I was
just
trying to make?
completely forget like Junior Soprano. You know,
You were
what I'm saying?
telling me how what I brought you wasn't good enough. No,
Probably.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I'm retarded.
In a good way.
I think my son gets his autism from me,
Well,
from being honest.
I know he is one special kid. I know he's
He's awesome.
hilarious.
He's a
Dude, that
heartbreaker,
is
bro.
You talk about
You're going to have a problem.
you
There's gonna
may
be girls stalking him.
listen. The thing is, somebody comes up, man, they're going to be good for acting, or they're going to be good for this. They're going to be an athlete, whatever. I think you might have a stand-up comedian on your hands.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Because every video that you post of just you and him going back and forth is fucking hilarious. I mean, it's downright hilarious.
He's a cool kid.
Let's see, we got another caller on U Radio. This podcast thing is just like fucking fishing. It's like some days they're fucking calling one after the other.
Yeah,
The time
exactly.
you had to talk the whole time. Right?
U Radio, what's good?
The phone died.
Oh, my
we
gosh.
heard the boop boop boop. I was like,
Listen,
that
I heard
definitely
the
dropped.
beep, beep, beep.
Welcome
Yeah.
back.
I made a vow to not answer if you called back. No, I'm just teasing.
Ah,
It sounds like some cash shit, man.
yeah,
Yep, that's right.
straight up.
So what's good with where is Scola going to be in the remaining of 2021, 2022? What's good with that? Talk to us about that.
So as far as if we speaking on as an artist, Scola 502, 2021's looking like the son of Robert Burkhead. Definitely.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay.
But I would say, production's wide open, man. I have like over 30 songs out right now that I'm waiting to see where they go. I mean, you know how that goes.
You have them out. What do you mean you have them for like?
As a
Like
producer.
these are I have 30 songs that I produced.
Right.
That I'm waiting to see where they're gonna go. Not just like with you guys, I have at least about 10 or something.
Right. I know,
Like
man.
beats
I know
for sale and shit. We
you're
got it.
spread
You
all
hustle.
the way out. Yeah, I
you
know.
hustle, we know.
All over the place, man.
That's right. Get it every which way you can.
Hip-hop.
For sure.
And then as far as music-wise as an artist, I'm still waiting on the production for the video of Mirror's World to be completed and sent back to me to the point that I like it enough to go forward with it. I got 2
Yeah.
videos coming out October. You know that's my month, man. I'm looking
Right.
at you.
That's all of us,
Any
yeah.
Cola 502, you looking at October, man. It's the king of the fall.
Man, let's throw a Scola bash, man. Let's have Scola headlining a show. We'll bring the whole
Zombie
DLMF crowd. We'll do the zombie walk to promote it. We'll spray some blood on people and all that stuff, man. If you want to do it big and make some money, you know the money team around here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know
Names on the wall.
Dollar signs and I start scheduling off at work. You feel me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
But, oh man, for sure, I'm all for that, bro.
You mean to tell me? Listen, talk to me about this. The live crowd that's on here. Leave a comment about what you think. But honestly, let's be honest. Scola emerges from the dark like fucking Sting in 1997 from the rafters. Scola drops down. Listen, we could do a DLMF show. Look, sometime through the end of the main performance, we just have the lights go black. Lights come on, Scola standing there. Boom. I'm coming. Listen, next show, Scola headlining. You mean to tell me the city wouldn't jump on that?
Super Bowl commercial.
Dude, I'm talking 300 people would show up to WWME for that.
You have to
Scola.
get a wire team and shit, like really do it. That shit.
Yeah, high security.
We'd
the whole
have
bit,
to
yeah.
sell tickets through
No, like, just
Ticket
like-
Web and shit.
He'd have
for
to
that
like
one.
legitimately like float
I'm
down.
so selective with the appearances that I make that I do believe that, something that I learned from you, I would say about 2017 was it's not about being there and performing. It's about what you do to put on a show that separates you from the crowd.
Facts.
Yes.
Valuable lesson I learned
Me too.
was when I seen a wardrobe change at a hip hop concert. Never seen it before in my life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Never seen that before.
Well,
And
the
it's
thing
not-
about it is, you guys get to just walk in the door and be that cool. You know what I'm saying? I gotta really work to get that cool, dude.
I have never. It's been about 10 years since I've ever performed and didn't do live lyrics. Like I don't rap over my own audio, so
Hey, listen, Jadakiss put a rest to that
Yeah,
whole
he
fucking
shit on
karaoke
that.
shit
You
this
shit on
weekend, brother.
Dipset, bro.
That karaoke shit is over, Scola.
It is.
This is how. If for anybody watching, if you know anything about Underground Hip Hop Championships, Tag Team Championship, myself and Rel the Vet, fellow Libro artist, what
Undefeated.
separated me and him from everyone else, we kept the belts, was because we would come in like the Locks, cocky and everything. Like, I mean, you gotta be kidding me. The show's rigged. You feel me? They rapping over YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on.
Tell them.
So, I mean, and not just for me, for any artist that wants to stand out, man, you got to respect your craft, because at the end of the day, it's hip hop, bro. You don't even need to go to the studio. I personally don't go to the studio and record a song. I go perform a song over a beat.
Hey.
Yep.
That's how out if I got that song. So,
Scola,
you know,
I think you could teach these people a lot of shit, man. We just gotta show it to them. I think you could teach the people, and I wouldn't, man, if we had you around to teach these people how to get their shit together, brother, I wouldn't have to say a word about it.
Not a word.
You know?
I mean, I learn from each other, bro. You know how it goes, Chad,
Yeah.
bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, to be totally honest with you, I hear Scola. Listen, Scola's just this hungry dude, and I'm talking 2-3 years ago, right around K7's Revenge, we were doing that. Scola's just this hungry dude messaging people, sending samples to beats like a pro, saying, if you like any of these, hit me up. He hits me up. I hear him, and I'm like, dude, this one and this one I gotta have. I gotta have these. He said, I'm on my way to come. I'll bring you the cash for them right now. I meet up with this dude.
Previously on Berserk.
Yeah.
I had to have that one.
I meet up with this dude, and I mean, immediately, dude, it's just this person. You just see this superstar standing there, and it wasn't because of his money or his crew or his numbers or anything.
Because of the ankle monitor on my
This motherfucker, listen, Scola, listen. This is a true story. This is a true story to the live thing.
Facts.
Scola, can I tell the story?
bro.
Is there a statute of limitations on that shit?
Bro, look, I live in truth, bro.
Listen, this is the truth. If you want to verify Scola, this is coming from Chad D here. This is Scola. He goes, bro. He gets online. He goes, I need a ride. Gets online. I need a ride to my radio interview. Okay, downtown. I got an interview on FM radio. I need a ride.
Oh, yeah.
So for the love of the hip hop scene, I just get on there randomly. Hey man, I'll come pick you up, give you a ride to the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Uber's on the way.
I go pick him up. It's like snowing outside, and I'm, of course, and I pick him up. He comes running outside in an ankle bracelet, bro. Jump in the car. Okay, come on, let's go. And he's got a bag. It's got some Hennessy in it. He's got 2 blunts pre-rolled.
My God. Hey.
Scola, listen to me. Am I lying or exaggerating that story at all? No, not one bit.
After the radio interview, he drops me off at the hookah lounge.
Listen, yes, no, let's tell the whole story here. So he goes up to his radio interview on the fucking watch, dude. He goes up to the
Yes.
Punchline, it's over. Look, he goes up there. He's doing this interview at the place. It's at that Hayburn building, right? Yeah.
Hayburn.
Yeah.
And so we're up there. He's doing the interview. Dude goes, okay, well, it's time to drop the freestyle. Let's drop the freestyle or whatever. Scola spits the hardest motherfucking off the top of the dome freestyle I've ever heard. And what was the line? Do you remember the line you said in that, Scola?
Fuck, man.
He said, dude, what was the line that you said? I'm gonna think, but he said something like, oh man, what did you say?
All this.
You said something about you. Oh man, what was? You sent him to the altar. What would you say? You said.
Yeah.
You said something like you don't send him.
Yeah. I said, look. I said something like, this is real. Never been altered. And I don't even need hope. I don't take them to the altar.
Yes. And dude, we were in there just and I was sitting back in the corner, and the whole entire time I'm there, Scola's like, man, shout out to Chad D, shout out to Chad, like, getting me out here, this and that. And I'm like, no, bro, this is all you. This is all you. Yeah. And dude, just at the drop of a hat, dropped the beat and was like, okay, it's time. And Scola just starts freestyling forever starts freestyling. After he was like, I ain't shaking them altar. I don't even take him to the altar.
I was high as fuck, bro.
Hey,
oh,
dude. Snapping.
Hey, I saw when I saw that there was that existed out in the scene, I was like, oh man, we're gonna need a bigger boat out here.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah, no doubt. But
it ain't even a bigger boat, bro. You just always need 30 people holding the paddle.
That's right.
Hey.
Yeah.
Like a giant slave ship. Scola.
Scola's fucking.
Listen, Scola. And listen, I don't feel bad about that, because aren't you a Cuban guy?
Man, you already know.
Listen. All right, listen, the conquistadors, the white,
Spanish?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the whites, or what was it? The conquistadors apprehended the whole entire world slave trade from the Dutch. And so the conquistadors, which became the Central American Spanish people or whatever, were the originally the ones that brought slavery to America.
Wow.
So I don't feel bad saying racially insensitive jokes around you, Scola.
Most people don't know that Christopher Columbus was a rapist and he got sent to America. It was an exile thing. It wasn't really.
Isn't that crazy?
That's nuts.
Isn't that crazy? And listen,
He was
Scola,
technically a pirate. You know what I mean?
this is the reason they call
I'm learning things right now.
This is the truth. This is the reason that they call Indians. The reason they call Native Americans Indians. Okay, is because when Christopher
He
Columbus
thought he came to India.
he thought he was in India,
Right.
Yeah.
Indonesia.
India, yeah.
That was Indonesia.
and so that's to this day. That's why we'll call them Indians or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, because because they didn't even think that part of the
Well,
world
look,
existed.
not to take away from the show and make a whole segment about me, feel me? But
It's an honor to do so, my friend.
definitely called in as a fan. Because if not to say that, it would be a lie. Definitely called in as a fan of what's going on and not what used to be. Just what's, the continuation of.
Yeah, 100%.
And to say that, just me speaking boldly and as myself, to say this, it's easy to tear something down, especially if you wasn't there for the cornerstone.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right.
You might think that you're being shorthanded, but it might just be that, the roof's a little heavy and you really don't want to hold that.
Yep.
But on the other side of that, it goes both ways. So sometimes ego is the biggest thing to overcome, and if you can't overcome ego, I have one of the biggest egos that I know, and I pride myself on that. But at the same time, there's a level of respect to it. And
Yep.
for me to step away, it's not let me make a Facebook post, and this isn't even pointing the finger at anyone because I've seen a lot of it. This isn't a let me make a post, let me write my dude who came and picked me up on the watch, who bought beats when I was on the watch, you know what I'm saying? Let me hit my dude and be like, hey, step back. I don't got to say no more, no less, because your response to that is, okay.
Yep.
Now, if anything else is being said and done and influenced by outside sources, then of course you're going to have your back 100 because you don't need nobody to have that. And that works both ways too. So, if it's crazy, it's crazy, Chad. Now, I can't knock you for some crazy shit you don't want to take down days and stays, my nigga. I feel that because Jay won't. But still.
Listen, Scola, let me tell you something, okay? I'm not the up and coming skinny rib cage showing tiger I used to be, okay? I am the 3-headed motherfucking liger chewing my way out of a fucking cage now. I am the fat cat that's sitting at the top, brother. And again, like, I know exactly what you mean about that, but sometimes even I have to remind myself a little bit, like damn, this is getting a little heavy. It's a little I don't think anybody would falter me for slipping up here and there because I'm kind of taking on a lot, but honestly, and whether that's true about myself or not, about being the guy at the top and all that shit, I got to tell myself that in the sense of the whole mental health thing and the whole self-confidence thing, the whole getting myself further thing. I got to tell myself that I'm that in order to really, if anybody else is going to believe that, I need to believe that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so,
But me sitting back watching, bro. Okay? Me sitting back watching as a fan and commenting on posts as a fan,
there it goes.
phone number 2 died. Scola, listen, strike 2. The third time, the third phone you called me on. Okay, look, he's gonna call me. You have a collect call from in jail.
Fuck out of here.
We accept the charges. Okay, Scola, go ahead.
Scola, go ahead, brother.
Man, it's nothing but love with Scola, man.
For sure.
That's super duper dope. What's crazy? I mean, what is this? The fucking producer segment? I feel like I'm flexing right now. The way that if we were winning big at a casino or if we were at the water catching a bunch of fish or something, I feel like that right now because I feel like the real talent, the real OGs, Scola 502, John Duke, the people that really put this shit together out here, the paste that really binds this scene together is out here showing the show love tonight, man. That's super cool,
I love it.
I know y'all don't see. Okay.
I think he found his charger.
Scola, did you find your charger? Yes or no?
Listen, bro. I was getting a call from prison, bro, and I ain't feel right without explaining why I wasn't there. So.
Right.
But,
Right.
No, I can dig it.
All I was saying was this, bro.
You start calling
As a
Mr.
fan,
Mac here.
You know, I'm sorry for hanging up and shit, but
No, you're
as a
good,
fan,
bro.
Watching, you know, this is like the third video. It may be fourth. I've commented. I've seen the line to call, and I know myself bold enough to call. I've been waiting for somebody else to call.
I know you're the first person to call him. No. Paul, our guy.
Paul Drake.
Paul Drake.
But I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. What I meant was maybe it's easier for me to call because it really genuinely is all love, regardless of anything.
Yeah, always.
So,
But you know, Scully, you know me. I'm like, dude, anybody with the worst bitter of hate ever, please
but
call
what
me.
I'm saying,
On live television, call me. We'll talk about it.
Right.
Yeah, but I ain't got that though, because I could bring up some shit that somebody else feels for me, but I don't feel that way. So
Right.
I wish somebody would, because I'm like a natural mediator.
Right.
And I just, you know, one day you might get that call, bro, and when that call comes, remember that on your side of it, it's all love, bro.
Absolutely. And it always remains that with me. Even the people that are the worst, the absolute worst, I see it as camaraderie and shit. I don't ever really take the shit personally until somebody's knocking on my door and saying the shit right to my face. I'm really not taking it personally like that.
The greatest generals in the world wouldn't be that without opposition.
For sure.
Man. Amen, Scola.
But I really ain't got much more to say. I'm gonna let you finish it up for me, bro. I'm sorry for interrupting y'all. I seen y'all was having
Fuck out of here, bro. You good.
Well, no, Scola, I really gotta say, I appreciate the truth that you really brought to the show tonight. I really do.
Oh man, I'm me, man. My truth though, it ain't nobody else's.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah.
Well, Scola, here's the deal. I want to. This is what I want to see. And like I said, the things that we talked about tonight, as far as the Scola thing, if you want to make some money with it, we definitely can. Let's talk about it later. But what I would really like to see, regardless, is sometime early 2022, a big Scola push. I'm talking Scola T-shirts, Scola music videos,
Six
Scola
Flags over
album.
Scola.
I'm ready to see Six Flags over Scola in 2022. So let's make sure whether we have something to do with that or not. Let's just make sure that happens.
Let's talk about that, right?
For sure. I'm pretty sure there's people that want to see that too, you know, so.
I can guarantee it. I'll put my money on it.
If
100%.
I feel in my heart, that's where my life needs to go. That's the direction it's going to go. I follow that, you know.
Well, you're too good. You're too good to do anything else.
Well, I know, but my absence from music doesn't really stem from the lack of confidence. It's more so me feeling like
It's obligations.
no, it's like
And not,
okay, you know in music, right?
I feel like if you like me when I was a new father, it was like I got to step back from this for a minute and focus on something else. You know what I mean?
So real.
Yeah.
So I can I already know where you're coming from without you even saying it, because I did.
Well, I think this is what you and Scola, John Duke and Scola, I think y'all share this as producers. Okay, I think that y'all got to live a little bit of real life. Y'all got to live a little bit, and then y'all got to get that motivation, and then you use that motivation that stems from that, and then you make your art with it.
Without inspiration,
You're not in the same
You
way
can't
with
really.
your art. You know what I'm saying?
Without inspiration, what is music? So
The best art comes from that.
That's all.
You have to.
Like him being on the watch. I've not been on the watch.
Yeah.
Parole's fucking terrible.
Like I don't just get these bars from imagination, bro.
Nah, fucking hell no.
You know what I'm saying? So
I can dig it.
I definitely need the breaks that I take to have stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And I got to gauge my audience. It isn't that I'm old. It's just that who am I talking to when I'm making these songs?
Right.
To go from the Scola that made J1, from the Scola that made October, it's the lyrics that I listen to and be like, man, I don't want to say that to the people that's listening to me now, because they don't need to hear that no more. They got plenty of that out there.
Right.
Hey,
And a whole abundance of that type of shit.
can y'all hear Scola at all on the phone on the comments for the people who
I was curious about that too.
The mic's cutting in and out or something, maybe. I don't know.
I was kind of reiterate what he's saying.
Yeah, it's the
speakerphone. It's probably I tried to turn it off speaker and the shit hung up.
Well, I got the phone right next to the microphone we're using. So
Can you
on
hear me
the
better now? Is this a little more clear?
on the show, the live, you may not be able to hear it very well on the live, but on the actual show that we edit and put out, you'll be able to hear it real well.
Definitely. Well, look, I'll just say less, but I will say this, bro. As far as the next push for me, what it would take more than support would be inspiration. And for a while, for like the past year, it wasn't that I wasn't inspired. I was just overwhelmed with darkness from the people around me. And it wasn't even from my life. I was so busy trying to pull negativity off the next person that I couldn't put positivity out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not to make excuses, but, you know, just if people was wondering where I'm at, I'm where I need to be.
Yep.
You feel me?
Well, you know, we've always got your back with it. If anybody, I mean, if there's ever a narrative here about Scola, I mean, your name is always kept on very, very high regard. You know, you're the...
Look, Chad, if I felt like right now I had a song and I didn't know where to take it, I could write you and say, Chad, bruh, I got this shit. And you're not even going to say what you're talking about. You're going to be like, all right, bruh, meet me ahead first.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Bing.
So,
you got it.
Let's do it.
But I'm not one to overuse a source. I'm going to know when it's the time, and I'm going to hit it at the right moment.
You know, I'm that same way. You know what I say is when someone says, hey, if you ever need me, call, I'll say, hey, you might not hear from me much, but when you do hear from me, know I'm being serious, and I need you right
you're
there.
going to know.
Yep.
It's going to be
ready to do business.
well prepared. It's going to be all the way ready.
And I respect you, and I appreciate you for understanding that before you even bring it, because, you know, some people come and they'll just say, hey, we just want to be connected with it. We don't really have anything prepared. We just want to be sure that whatever we do prepare, they just want to make sure.
And then on top of that, if I feel like I can't add to it and I'm gonna take away from it, I'll stop myself.
Yep.
Yeah, respectfully so, for sure. When it comes to the inspiration thing, man, I know you were talking about tapping into who you're speaking to when it comes to your music. Just as a personal reference for me, I don't know if it helps. Take it, do with it as you please, but kind of make the music for you. Make something you want to hear, and just hope that the people around you will coincide with it. That's kind of what I do.
That's a big part of the problem too, though, Zerk. It's like I've made, not to say that I stopped, because I've made stuff that I've really, really felt in the moment, and then I'll listen to it again and be like, damn, I'm not feeling this. And not just because they're not going to feel it, but because I'm not feeling it because they don't need to hear it, and I'm not liking what I'm saying. So let me go back to the drawing board.
Like, you ain't in the same headspace when you created it. Like,
well, I'll say this too.
Yeah.
Here's another example of that. If I had to choose a song off my album that I dropped that I probably don't like the most out of all of them, is Whiskey Bourbon. I'm not a fan of that song. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it at all. Of my own song, Whiskey Bourbon.
What's the reason that you're not a fan of it?
The reason why is because I felt like,
I love that.
Compared to everything else, I felt like it was a little gimmicky. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, let's make a song about drinking, of course. You know what I'm saying? It was a little gimmicky. But
who don't like drinking?
There's so many people love it, though. So, just because you don't love it doesn't mean somebody else won't.
Strong as a glass of wine. And, sometimes people need to hear that too, because there's a lot of people at the bar not drinking because they want to, but to get away.
Yeah. So listen, when please forgive me. Okay, I'm going to keep this as vague.
Been drinking a little bit.
No. I'm just trying to put this out here in a way that it's not like giving away of anything private of him. Okay, when the last time you guys came over to Faithland or whatever, y'all were playing us some music of you and a girl rapping on a track together.
Most definitely.
And tell me about that. Is that anything that is possible to pursue? Anything you'd like to touch on? Anything? Because I was in love with that shit.
Well, for me, that's a thing to where it's got to coexist. It can't collide.
Right.
So, I'm still there. That's where I'm at with it. But Musically,
okay,
not
so
so
let
much.
me just for the audience, just for the sake of the audience not being too lost, let me just basically vaguely say that Scola has a whole body of music that people will. There is without question that maybe 1/8 of the Scola music that exists in the cosmos is actually out there for the people to listen to.
For sure.
There's
Sitting on top of all that heat,
7/8
no
of it that people will never hear, and it is hard. It is dope ass music but I think he is maybe too hard on himself to maybe allow people to hear it, but because he's such a
I'd like to hear
perfectionist.
it. Tell him shoot it to me.
Right, that's
Yeah,
banging.
but I'm telling you, Scola, you got a lot of
You still
shit that I
wouldn't hear
think.
it.
Do I not?
I think if you just sent it to 10 people and said, okay, out of 10 people, how many like it and how many don't, I think you might be surprised.
Super.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
You'd have people talk about how
Sometimes
much.
you're your own worst critic.
Yeah.
yeah. If you leave it up to yourself, Scola, if you leave it up to yourself, you know, you're gonna just beat yourself up to death, and you're not ever gonna put nothing out. You know, nothing's ever gonna be totally finished or good enough. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever had?
Hey, hold up. Can we turn that up? This is unreleased Scola shit right here. You hear this, Scola? More hate is confirmed. More money to spend. Hey.
You know who I am too.
Acting like the whole gonna get I really don't give a fuck about what you feel about me. For the sake of the team, I keep anything but real around me. Hey.
Man, I still am proud.
I hate it. Look, I bet it's so awkward for the live crowd right here. They can't hear none of this shit.
Right, yeah.
Hey, that's hard.
Super hard.
Look, we can't give out too much
I'm
of that.
sorry, yeah, right, my bad.
Yeah, you doing a little bit much right there.
All right. Yeah.
Listen, Scola, listen, check this out. Look,
I made that beat.
this Scola,
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, you
look,
made the song.
That's
Right.
hey, that's a slapper, bro.
It
this
is,
show right here, for anybody who cares to sit in and watch and, you know, especially watch through the whole show, I really don't mind revealing some shit because it's like, you know, it's like a
Why
gift
not?
to the people
For
that
sure.
actually
If you
give
took
us the
time,
shot.
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the chances of some of this making the revised.
No, people that click on your shit
You
deserve
never
a
know.
little something.
Well, this is what I say is I would always get super furious about people dropping shit early on like their Facebook pages. Like, man,
Man,
we
I'm
weren't
a leak
releasing
guy,
that
That's
yet.
not even
Right.
mixture.
We weren't putting that out yet.
Yeah.
And so I feel like this show is a perfect opportunity for people to do that leaking shit. So anybody who actually watches the show can know what's
There you gonna
going
hear some
down.
shit
You know what I'm
before
saying?
somebody-
Right.
This is their
The general
opportunity.
public can get that grand release thing. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the people really with us get to do it with us, get to be along the
But
ride.
that's just a drop in the ocean, though, because there's so much more, you know?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
No
not
doubt.
even the tip of the iceberg. You ain't
Man,
seen the
that
iceberg.
shit's hard as fuck, though, bro.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I put a lot into stuff like that, though. And, you know, that beat, the instrumental that was to, was a gift to a friend, you feel me? So
Yep.
when he came back and he was like, bro, hook us up. I was like, oh, man, I got to put the hook on it, too. Then it got to slap.
Here's the
So,
thing.
yeah,
This
dude.
is such a special thing, and these are parts of the business that just don't get talked about. I got Jennifer and I got married, and that was like such a special thing and all that. And
Yeah,
people
for
were
sure.
being so kind, and it was such like a grown man event. Like it was like almost like on some Godfather shit. People were showing respect on that level,
It's
you
dope
know.
as fuck.
And Scola hits me up, and there's this beat that he made. He was on the live video, and he was like just making beats on the live video. And I clicked on his live video. I was like, oh my God, I heard the hardest beat I ever heard in my life. You know what I'm saying?
For
I
sure.
said, dude, I need that beat. He said, I'm gonna send it to you as a wedding gift, bro.
That's
And that
called
was
The
like
Gift.
and that's why the song's called The Gift. And that dude, that is just the realest shit
That's
ever.
the
That's
story.
some grown
That's
man
fucking-
shit that
Yeah.
you just don't hear about. They don't have statistics for that kind of real shit out here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't got nothing but love for you, brother. Up and
I bet
down.
that's
bro.
fine.
I appreciate that, bro. And I called out of love, but once again, let me reiterate. I called as a fan. You know,
Man.
I didn't call it Scola 502. I wasn't trying to. I appreciate the promotion.
You called as Elio Terrio Guzman McClat.
Goddamn.
Cuban. Look, I'm a
Unknown
Cuban
caller.
refugee
You know what I'm saying?
from.
Unknown caller. You didn't know who you was
There's
answering
nothing
the
you
phone
could
for.
do to me. Castro hasn't already done.
You know, hey, look, for the people that's watching, everybody that's on the board right now at the show, has star caliber. Like individually, them people could pull your attention by themselves. So let me boost myself to have me on the phone calling in. You know, this is a moment that wouldn't happen anywhere else but at DLMF.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You got it, brother.
So, you know, big up to Chad, big up to K7, big up to Berserk, big up to Jonathan Doof, who I have not been in the studio with yet.
Not
That-
yet.
When that happens, when I think the
the
time will,
world's gonna
I think the time will shift.
I think
we'll
we
lose
met.
2
I
minutes.
think we met at Brewski's one night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We
We
did.
did.
And
We
fucking,
definitely did.
I was probably tore up.
Does all
I
my
was
work.
probably high as fuck.
The way that I look
But
at
now-
y'all, the way that, like, if someone walked in a room and Jelly Roll was there, Little White was there, whatever, I like look at you guys and see y'all as that, because I'm like, oh man, I'm super fans of their work,
Yeah,
not of their
Absolutely.
popularity.
I'll be
you know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
I'll be in the corner in a hoodie. Like
I know.
I swear.
And
to
like,
God.
dude, do you
But you can
understand?
look, man.
Do
Look,
you?
look.
It's like, do you understand that 7/8 of the music that's been played on FM radio from the hip hop community has come from that guy standing in the corner with the hoodie on? You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm
Like,
saying?
Yeah,
I
for
didn't.
sure, man. And that's the thing that bothers me the most, though, man, is the artists who have music from me that haven't put it out yet. I'll be like, man, as soon as you drop it, your fan base might bubble a little bit just off of who you worked with.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what,
You don't
anybody who
understand
spends the 10 little measly bucks or whatever it costs to get this new record is about to hear some of the dopest hip hop they have ever heard in their life. And Scully, you have such a huge to do with that, man. You know,
Sure.
I
It'll be
just
big when it drops.
I just be like dedicated to making everything that like sound as good as possible.
Man, you can hear it when it was for the money, bro.
here you go.
You can tell in that 16 if it was for the money or not.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Somebody come in your studio session and be like, man, Chad, you got me for this feature, and drop a verse that you didn't release.
Right.
Like, man, damn, bro, wouldn't you drop that? That's a verse you reused. That's how you felt.
That's how you felt.
Damn.
Damn.
But
People be doing that shit.
people do that,
We'll
man.
do that. Yeah.
And they call it hip hop. But look, man, I can't keep holding y'all up, Chad, man. This is a show y'all got to get to. I really appreciate you answering the phone 3 times. Third time the charm.
Yeah, it was Counter Strike 3 for a minute,
For the
but it's
people
you,
who
so.
can't hear me live, and for the people who hear me later, man, this is Scholar 502. You
Absolutely.
tuned in to DLMF.
Google me, at me. Look.
Google me. Hey, yo, Google me, but Google J Won't first. And then, you feel me?
Stop. Leave that boy alone, Scully.
Hey, I ran into
Jesus.
that nigga at Burger Boy. He was like, you want to collab? I was like, yeah.
You say you work at Burger Boy? My niece
I'm
used
a
to work at
stand-up
Burger
guy,
Boy.
man.
She probably know it.
He making
Hey.
$16.50 an hour. I put him on blast because he was stealing toilet paper at Dairy Queen.
What's his name? I'll call her right now. What's his name?
His name is Jay Won't. Just
Jay won't. I'm gonna call my niece real quick.
Look, no shit. His name is Jay Will.
Well, I'm gonna call my niece on
Don't
Is that
do
what it
it.
is?
Bro, his name Jay Will, bro. Don't disrespect that. He changed his name. His name is Jay Wise now.
Oh, Jay Wise.
He had to change his name.
Listen, no
Hey,
disrespect
look,
to this
look,
man. I don't even know you, but I'm gonna call my niece because she probably know you.
Leave dude alone.
Hold on.
Look, man, I'm fucked up. But hey, when it
Kiana.
look, and this is for
What's up,
Chad.
Hold on.
This is for Chad.
Hey, leave
Real
that
quick,
child
while it's
alone.
ringing.
No, he's not.
If anybody ever come at you on live, on Facebook, on post a song, man, you better rip their motherfucking head off.
Okay.
Because I wish a nigga would ever have that kind of
Hey, what you
confidence
doing?
on me. And then to have the, and I fuck with
Hey,
you.
did you work
To
at
have the
Burger
nerve
Boy with a
to
dude named
come
Jay Will?
acapella at the end of it, bruh. I wish somebody would come at me like they came for you, bruh. Like, don't nobody be trying that kind of shit. And the only reason he did that was because he
You
knew.
did?
He
What type-
knew
what
you
type of
wasn't
dude was
even
he?
going to respect it enough to respond to.
What are you talking about exactly?
You
I've
know
had a
what the
thousand.
fuck I'm talking about, bro.
Dude, I probably had a
It
thousand
stayed.
things worse than that since then.
I was on a podcast.
What are you
so-
saying?
I'm saying, look, I'm talking about it stays.
About who?
It stays. Oh,
You say
And
Jared?
if a motherfucker ever
Jared?
some shit
hey,
like
listen.
that,
What was I gonna do? I mean, dude, that was like a
Hold on,
that
wait
was
a minute, y'all.
that was like a poodle barking at an elephant.
Listen.
Hold on a minute.
So
We got something
before
going
you,
on. Hold
when that came at you, this is what happened to me before Jay Won't. A person just said
What you
they was
say?
better than
Jerry?
me. So you know,
Jerry?
I already know what the
Jerry.
response would have been.
Nah, his name ain't Gary.
His name is Joshua. But look,
Shit,
His
I
name is
don't even
Joshua.
know. I just remember you worked at Burger Boy. I don't even know.
He's talking about Burger Boy,
Yeah, he
the
called us
movie.
Yeah, he called us. He's worked there. He called it.
Your manager was a rapper?
Tell me he
Nah,
wasn't
he's
for
new.
the
He's
real
new.
life
He's
Burger
He
new.
said
Boy.
he's a skinny gay
He's
guy.
new, bro. He's new. He just started the job during COVID.
Oh man, hey
She
Kiana.
don't know him. Don't nobody
I
know
love
him.
you, baby.
Don't be asking her about him.
All
Yeah,
right,
it's too late. He done called and everything.
I'll call you. I'll talk to you later.
You gotta
Go
watch
back
Duke.
and watch it. Listen to John Duke while y'all are talking. It's hilarious. You know, I'm gonna call my niece. She used to work at Burger Boy with a J Will. Hold on.
No, he's talking about the what's the kid's name that was on that did the Burger Boy show on the Nickelodeon thing. With
She
the,
was like, Gary? Are you talking
Keenan
about
and Kel.
Gary? I was like, the
Keenan
fuck?
and Kel.
Hey, shout out to my
Oh,
niece
you
Kiana.
talking about
Make some
Good
noise
Burger.
for my niece Kiana.
Good Burger.
Yeah, for answering the phone. And
Shout out to Kiana. I don't know no fucking Kiana. All right.
But no,
What's that movie from?
I'm
Nobody knows what
derailing
that
this
movie's
whole
from.
thing.
That's
I
from.
feel like
It's
I
from
know it's
Belly.
going great on camera, but look, real shit, bro. I watched that fucking shit. It says I watched it and was like, this is not enough. Like, if anything,
what the fuck?
you loading my gun for me and holding it to your head for me.
Dude.
Well,
So,
this
of
is
course it stays.
Look, here's the thing.
Yeah.
From
Here's the
Jay
thing.
Will. What's his name? Jay Won't.
Okay, no. This is the thing. Dave Marino made like a Dave Marino made
And
the.
listen, look, before you go further,
Okay,
I fuck with Dave to an extent. Like, that's my.
you don't fuck with Dave. You
I
make
do,
listen.
I
You
do.
make an
Listen,
appointment.
listen.
You make an appointment with Dave. You will reschedule it and reschedule it and reschedule it until you don't fuck with Dave.
You know I don't make appointments.
Right.
Look.
You listen.
I get that.
Since you've started fucking with Dave, how many appointments has there been? How many times have y'all met up to work on anything?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I can't honestly say anything bad from my side. Like,
Right.
guy on
I
my
respect
side.
that.
Like,
He's gonna throw you some
I
free
have a key.
production. I ain't
Listen,
mad about that, bro.
listen,
Nobody is.
I
You know
have
what I
a
mean?
key. I have a key. I don't
Right.
have to make an appointment. I'm Scola. For real, I really got a key.
I got you. Right? Show up, turn it on. I get it. Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can
Who
show
can
up,
pass that
turn
up, right?
it
You know what I
on.
mean?
You know what I'm saying?
I
No,
wouldn't.
it ain't even about passing it up.
I
or not. It's
wouldn't.
just
You know
that
what I mean? Hell,
when
you're in the
somebody
studio.
reaches out to me and they like, I respect you, then it's respect.
Right.
But
I get it.
Right.
don't ever
Regardless
think
of
for a
yeah.
second. Don't ever think
Until
for
it shows
a
you
second.
disrespect, and then
No,
you know.
exactly. But don't
Yeah.
ever think for a second that it hasn't been it stays face to face with this guy. Like, bruh, what was you, my nigga? Come on, bro.
She said.
It ain't even about y'all history, bro. That's a bad look.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad look for him.
You coming up to somebody who has plaques, fans, appreciation, and dedication to what they do, and you can't just act like they don't because you feel that way.
Right.
The way you feel isn't the way that the masses feel, so you might be wrong. I'm not no coattail guy. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you how it is. This is live. I know what I'm saying. This ain't
Yeah,
going nowhere.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He gonna see this. That's why I say it. And then I'm not saying it because he gonna see it. That's my dude. But
Can the people on
That's
the
not
live
your
hear
dude.
the phone?
and that's what I'm saying. I
May
call.
or may not. I don't know.
It's nothing for me to call because I know you can't embarrass me because I'm me.
Exactly.
But maybe the
Right.
reason other people won't call is because they don't want to be embarrassed.
Right.
So let's go
Exactly.
Gateway.
Exactly.
Let me-
Scola,
let me
I think
open the
what
door.
I'm starving for, Scola, I'm starving for that to be the narrative out here. For that to be the
Bruh.
narrative that you motherfuckers can say whatever you want, but you know better than to come barking to the true
You're not
fucking.
gonna call on this line and have this
No.
conversation because you know what you're gonna have to say.
Yep.
And you know what you're about ready to hear once you say it
Just
too.
like when you was like, Scola, do you mind if I? It's more you could say, and I don't mind what you say because we did that. You feel me? This
Right.
is life. If
And-
I have to feel like, hold on, bro, don't say
How's
that.
that?
But you want to know something, Scola? Because you're a real ass dude, you don't really have to filter a lot of your shit because you don't have to feel bad about what you do because you're a super real ass dude
Look,
like that. A lot of people
When I
gotta.
told you, when I was at head first, bro, and I left that night, last time I came, and then I wrote you and told you I gotta take a step back. It wasn't even really your fault. It was just my life was so hectic
Right.
that I couldn't really commit the time that you deserved and needed for me to commit. Now, I may have had mixed feelings about things that I feel that I won't bring up because that don't matter. That ain't why I called you. But at the end of the day, Chad's a stand-up guy.
100%.
I'm not. You didn't write me before. You didn't even know this phone call was coming, Chad.
Right?
No, we
Totally.
Nobody there knew this.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you was going live tonight, bruh.
Yeah.
The last message between me and you, I could post. Ain't nothing wrong with none of that shit.
Right.
We ain't even argue.
Totally.
So I don't understand the perspective because it ain't mine to be looking from.
The thing is
Now,
you're a grown man with a dick between your legs, and we're talking about other people that have literal vaginas. I mean, they're on some hoe
I
shit.
cannot
That's what it
co-sign
is.
that
They're like,
statement.
they're
Don't
females.
you be doing that while I'm on the phone.
I'm sorry, Scott. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm following.
Listen,
Okay.
now this is me. I'm still in touch with everybody.
Right.
Sure.
And when we get together,
I get it.
it is never a bashing session. Because at the moment that it becomes that, then it's not us no more. And I gotta be like, hold on, bruh.
But let's be honest. Let's be honest. When y'all, I mean, Scola, I'm gonna be, and in the name of being real and some grown men, how often are y'all together working?
What do you mean, like me and Dave?
Anybody?
Because I'm talking about everybody.
That's what I'm talking about. And look, collectively,
working?
all together with everybody, and I know who everybody is. You know who everybody is in reference to what we work with. How often are you with this everybody all together?
I work the most with Leonidas. Leonidas
That's
definitely without me.
I believe that. I believe
His
Leonidas.
work
I
ethic
believe
by
Leonidas
himself.
is working. He's
Yeah,
a
for
real
sure.
artist for
Yeah,
sure.
By
he wrote this,
himself,
huh?
Leonidas, his work ethic is crazy.
I bought some
But
bars,
the thing
dope
is,
bars, too.
you want to know something? Scola? I kind of feel like Leonidas is kind of along the lines of kind of where you are, where it's kind of just like there's not really any issue at all, and he's like super grown on the shit. There's
For
not.
sure.
Oh yeah, but you
For
know
sure.
he be in the gym too much, man.
Right.
And ain't even none of
I don't assume there's any issue with Leonidas.
Nah,
and
every
all.
time I see him,
After
it's a
that,
smile and a hug.
Yeah.
He's gold.
Following Leonidas, I would say I work the most with Dave. And this is why, though. Let me explain that.
You and Dave aren't working. Look, I'll just say that. You and Dave aren't. Dave isn't working. Dave doesn't work.
The relationship that I have with, and this is on production shit. You know
Yeah,
I
that
make
one
beats,
good.
bro. So you got to think. If I'm
Yeah,
sliding
but
through to make
it's
beats,
on,
it's nothing for you to be there, too. So, you know what I mean? But the relationship that I have with Isaiah and the relationship that I have with Be Good and the relationship that I have with Berserk isn't, I've known Leonidas for 15 years since Union Station. So it's nothing to reach out and be like, bro, let's drop, let's do this shit. He gonna be like, where is it at?
Fucking A, buddy.
Isaiah's gonna be working. You know, he might be training. He might be in the mountains. He for real shit. He really might be there.
He did.
he's all over the
Chauncey
place.
just did the
Dave,
field
look, I'm
trip.
gonna say every name. Dave
He'll be in the
might
mountains
be at a
taking
wedding
pictures.
or something that I don't know. I'm not gonna ask that many questions because on some real nigga shit, you gotta think I come from DZ, so I always can go to DZ and be there, and it's a comfort thing with me. So I would definitely rather be at Ill Records.
Right.
And then following that,
To my mic.
Yeah.
following that,
Well, not
I'm talking about Dave.
not that
I'm talking
Mike
about
Easy.
Dave.
Another.
So look, following Dave, it'll be like Be Good and me. I just know Be Good from Mask Fest and everything, and that's not to knock him. I just ain't never had that relationship with him.
Right.
But he definitely reaches out and be like, yo, if he wants to be, if he has a show, if there's a movie release that I don't know about, Be Good be the one to hit me. Be like, where the fuck you at? Be Good be holding me accountable.
Right.
And asking me to come and letting me know where shit's
You know
at.
what? He does that same shit to me. He be holding me accountable.
Right,
on
you
some
feel me?
shit,
He's gonna be like, hey, the movie premieres tonight. If didn't nobody tell you, you should come. He's that guy, stand-up guy. He gonna let me
For
know
sure.
shit.
Yeah,
and he's gonna let
100%.
me know what he wants. And then at the bottom of the list is Berserk, and it's not it ain't like it's in order. It's just because we never really had that relationship, right? And the door
Right,
is
yeah.
open, right?
I don't like to force anything, and neither do you.
Right, and I'm the same way, so that's why Berserk at the bottom of the list, because it's two niggas that don't force shit.
I'm glad to be on the list, brother.
And then look, listen. At the top of all of that shit of work getting done would be Chad. But, you know, we saying names, and this is real shit. The amount of work that I've gotten accomplished by Chad reaching out, it's not by me reaching out. Anybody reaching out to me, the amount of work that's been accomplished, Chad is at the top of that list. And it's because I feel like he appreciates me as an artist. He don't be like, hey, Skola, I got this bread for you. I be asking for money because I know what my time's worth.
For sure.
But if I ever ask for anything, bruh, it's just a matter of asking with Chad. Because who the fuck gonna be like, I got this money for you? But if I ever was like, hey, bro, I feel like I deserve this, he gonna give me more than I asked for every time. And I don't feel like that. I'm just saying that. Anytime I've ever asked Chad for something, it's been more than what I asked for.
And I'm grateful for you allowing that narrative to be out there because I'm grateful for it.
I can confirm that
for sure. Yeah, me as well.
Real shit, bro. Like I remember coming on set and thinking, and this is a humbled, honest thing right here. It's some truth from me. Coming on set and before even talking about money or anything, just thinking, damn, my shorty with me, boop-de boop boop boop. But I feel like, damn, I need to ask for something. I don't give a fuck what anybody else here has asked for. Let me speak. And then when I did that, he was like, oh, shit, here, bro. It wasn't even a conversation. It was just, oh, that's what you was thinking about? Here.
Well, my dad used to tell me, closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
And they
if
never
you're not
do.
going to say something.
But look. It'd be a closed mouth that didn't get fed that opens up and says a whole lot of bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and this is what my grandfather told me. When you go into something, put your price out.
Yeah.
Because if you don't put your price out, you're going to feel cheated.
Yeah, you're always going to feel like you didn't get what you was worth.
But the only person who cheated you was yourself.
Type shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when people look, and this is my guy, when people saying, hey, can you not use this, and this, remember there was a time you could have said that already.
Right.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Right.
That moment is long past.
It's going to fuck me up. It's going to fuck me up. When I told you I was going to do this, and now you asking me later about it. And I'm like, bruh, I'm trying to get back.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit, I ain't made shit.
Right.
It's just like me and my homie dropping albums on Ill Records. Shout out to my nigga Diesel. And I was in jail when my album came out, bruh. And he gave me more money than my album ever made. He showed me the numbers. But it's just like, when we released 2 albums on Ill Records, I released Burkhead, you released your album, and then you come into this man asking for money, and he pulled the numbers up for you, and it's not even $10, nigga. What did you really think you made?
Right. Yeah, I know,
like,
right?
stop it, bro. But I got $10 for you anyway.
I got double up. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, fuck a double up, because you asking for shit you don't deserve.
Right. That's another thing my dad told me whenever I was growing up. Let's get an understanding before we have a misunderstanding.
Right. Really, bro.
Yeah.
And look.
That's man shit, bro.
Yeah.
After this airs, this is live, but after you edit this shit and they can hear what the fuck I'm saying, I don't care. A nigga gonna feel away. But remember, you had a chance to speak first, and I'm just speaking on my opinion.
Anybody out there who hears this and hears what you said, anybody who's 100% a real individual will feel you on it. 100%. Anybody who feels otherwise,
you don't even gotta feel me because you can't touch me.
Exactly.
But you know what I'm saying? I speak on me and my perspective, and I feel like everybody deserves their fair share, but you gotta ask for it because only you know your worth.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. And that's the way I kind of feel. I carry a lot, and sometimes I'm not even thinking about a certain thing. So if somebody's thinking about it, if they bring it to me, it won't be. If anybody feels like that I owe them anything, whether it be money or work or whatever, I'll give it to them just out of the sake of them not feeling like I owe them.
You paid me to do voiceovers for Afro Samurai.
Yep.
In between a cheek clapping section.
Yep.
Remember?
I sure did.
Out the window. Clapping cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
We got it done though.
We sure as fuck did.
We got it done, and you paid me, and that's that.
And you know what? 20 years.
I didn't say you cheated me.
20 years down the road, what they're going to say is, "Wow, look at this movie they got done." They're not going to say, "Oh, well, they met up here and this happened and this they got." They're not going to talk about any of that. They're going to say
nobody cares. Like shit,
they're going to say they got it done.
I know I'm talking a lot, bro, but the biggest problem, me as an artist, bro, because I know what I've done through 20 years of music. Me as an artist, the biggest problem that I have with other artists is that they were saying shit like, yeah, bro, all I've had was bad experiences with dude. But wait a minute. If all you had was bad experiences
Why you keep
with
fucking
dude,
with
why was you fucking with him? Plus, can you please, because we know about the bad, bro, can you please tell us about the good shit? Because there's a lot of negativity in the world, bro.
Right.
Hey,
if you want to speak on the negative, talk to the man.
me and Chad ain't
all
always seen eye to eye on every aspect of everything.
right.
But
But at the same time,
we've known each other for fucking years.
and I mean, to be totally honest with you, man, like, I mean, we've really grown something. I mean, we really built a foundation based on something that we built, and, you know, the music thing was a big part of that. And, I mean, literally where we sit right now is me deciding that it's better for business to kind of take my face.
Best for business, guys.
Well, it's better for business to take my face and my voice out of it so it doesn't make so many people upset for that to be what's in the forefront. Yet still, you know, all the while, there's still the narrative of there's a self-centered, you know, like egotistical agenda and stuff like that. And you know, it's just the only thing is
we still respect each other.
Totally.
Like,
and well, I think what it is more than anything is more so than just the more so than just one person to win and one person not to win. More than any of that, it's just for the honest narrative to be said out there. For maybe the coolest kid, maybe the lamest kid sitting at the end of the lunch table by himself, maybe he might be the realest dude in the room.
He might be, bro.
He might, you
Check
know,
all y'all's business. You know what I'm saying?
but it's just, I think, you know, they talk about toxic masculinity. I think there's this really there's this unspoken thing of like toxic tribalism that's out here.
Yeah.
Where as long as I got more people than this person.
Thing.
Yeah. Where as long as I got more people saying what I'm saying than this person says, then we're all right here.
Yeah.
We're on a post bad mouthing Chad and shit. And because there's 20 of us bad mouthing Chad on the internet, that means that Chad by himself and the two people he's with, they've got to be wrong. They've got to be terrible people.
Chad, let me touch the point I was making. Look, so I was saying that I jumped on a post where there was a bunch of people bashing you and shit. And they was talking about the album release. They was like, damn, I can't believe my face is being used. Damn, I can't believe my verse is being used. Damn. And look, mind you, bruh, I know that I done been in the studio, bruh. I know that I done sent beats. So I didn't jump on the post and say nothing about that. I jumped on the post and said this, and if it's wrong, it's wrong. I jumped on the post and I was like, damn, I can't believe I made the album still. You feel me? Like, I wasn't even thinking about
none of the shit you talking
about,
about, right?
I was like, shit, after I backed out, and I was trying to, you know, I felt bad about pulling out, but after I did that, I still seen my name in the credits on the album, and all I had to say about it was, damn, I can't believe I still made the album. It's a song called The Gift. What is that? And then I had to think about it. When I remembered what it was, I was like, But still, though, it'd be easy for me, in the betterment of myself, to make up some shit and try to make you look bad. It'd be easy, bro. I got plenty of fans that'll jump on that bandwagon, but before I try to bring somebody down, it's just as easy to be like, let me ask a question without feeling like it's shady. Plus, why would I try to take away from another artist, bro? There's so many people out here trying to get on, bro.
Yeah.
And if I'm not even really popping like that in my mind, if I am or if I ain't. I'm not ready to pull you down, bro, because I know what it's like to do that grind.
Yeah.
That's some weak shit.
That's what I like.
And it'd be different if the project coming out that represented your face was degrading you or putting you down in any type of way, but it's only putting you on. It's only showing you, you know, but, you know.
But now look, something somebody might know, because I'm running way over time, but y'all really let me do my thing. I appreciate it. But look,
I know the dude. If we were gonna have Scola / John Duke, we'd have fucking brought some strippers out
I'm
and
sorry,
we'd have made this like a big
not to take
fucking.
away from
Don't
you,
be sorry
bro,
at
but
all.
you
We're
know,
glad to have company.
I ain't taking $1 out your pocket, bro, because you work everyone you get, and you gonna get plenty.
Brother,
But look,
I can't tell you how grateful I am to hear
listen
from you
to me,
tonight.
Chad.
And yeah,
I just
man.
been waiting on somebody else to do this, and I got tired of it. Like, I ain't got enough patience to wait 2 more months, bro. Fuck that. Episode 4, nigga, we going in. Look,
I'm with it. I'll be here for it.
Listen, bro. There's no way, Chad, that you would push somebody else's image so hard. You not even the type of guy, bro. If your movie hit and you busted a meal, you gonna break reparations off. A lot of white people wouldn't. Excuse me, it's a table full of y'all.
Hey, no offense taken.
For sure, the blessings will come around.
You
You
gonna
won't
be
find it
like,
on that.
hey, bro, Isaiah.
Exactly.
Everybody has a
I owe
blessing,
you this.
for sure. It'll be a
I
blessing
owe
for
you
everybody.
I owe you this, but him first. I'm gonna just say because I know how people feel. Him first. You definitely gonna be like real shit, Chad. Fuck what you owe to the world and any debt that you in. If I'm not even trying to brag, but before all of that shit, if you busted up and you bubbled off of this, you gonna go right to where it came from, cause you that guy, and I can recognize that, and you deserve that to be said about you by somebody.
What the fuck? Scola, I think the big question is why the fuck don't other people? What can I do? What money can I spend? What person do I need to hire? What do I need to do to get other people to
Money
understand
can't buy
that?
loyalty, bro. But me saying this right now,
I'd give my left nipple for it. I would give up.
Bro,
I would give up
there's
my
no
grandmother
telling.
for it.
For every Scola, because I feel like you feeling me right now. For every person speaking their truth about a moment right now, there's 10 other people mad at you because they couldn't even contribute for real, and you didn't need them, and they're mad at you. But you know, I know. Look, I know. Without me,
I'll be on some suck my dick, get fuck shit. Get the fuck on, bro.
Look, without me, there's like 3 or 4 songs that wouldn't have happened, but you was worth it. I didn't do it because I'm me. I did it because you.
Okay.
That's real.
You feel me?
I'm fucking up.
You hand me this.
Like
I don't even know at this
and that's
point.
not even. I'm a humble person, and a lot of people don't have that humility.
Yeah.
So just imagine, I'm one person, bro, but there's probably other people saying, "Hey, bro, you deserve this, and this," but them people telling you that don't know about the person they speaking on.
Yeah.
And that's what it boils down to, bro. It's easy for a person to look at you and feel like you're surrounded by yes men.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking, hey, maybe this guy got a calling and these people want to be a part of that.
And maybe when they start looking into it, they'll see that the people surrounded around me are the realest, biggest, most successful, most sought after fucking artists around town. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bunch of yes men. It's a bunch of fucking bosses.
I was going to speak on it. Yeah, like obviously the relationship of me and Chad and DLMF and all of that is very prevalent and very prominent and well known. But me and Chad are obviously butt heads all the time. Not all the
Me
time.
and Chad butt heads.
You know what I'm saying?
Me and Chad butt heads.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yes.
But at
yes,
the end of the
yes.
day, I'm like, I'll see you tomorrow when we get to work.
Yes.
At the end.
But ego, bro, it's the ego.
Same shit.
Listen, at the Floyd. Here's the thing, Floyd Mayweather. This is what I love about Floyd Mayweather.
Boxing analogies.
I'm sorry, I love Floyd Mayweather. I love Pretty Boy Floyd, and I love Money Mayweather.
The most
Somebody take this and
the
hand it
most
back to me.
fucking let me get out of the way ass motherfucker.
Listen, let's not be blasphemous this
I'm
evening.
not doing him like
Hey,
that.
man,
Okay.
sometimes
All
you
I'm
gotta
saying
move
is
the
he's
group,
not a
bro.
stand-up
Sometimes you gotta
I
move
love
the group.
I love Mayweather, and
He's a defensive genius.
he's
Am I supposed to stand there and get hit? What do you
No,
Listen.
I'm not
All right,
knocking
so let me
him.
let me
no.
make my
Like the Jerry
point. Let me
Rice
make
of
my point
I-
before we go
boxing
there.
game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, here's
The
He's a
boxer-
don't get hit guy, you know what I mean?
I
You
like
just can't hit me.
motherfuckers that throw punches.
right.
Yeah, everybody
Well,
likes it, yeah.
the thing about Mayweather
And
is
I love Mayweather. And he proved himself every fucking time. The motherfucker, he will win a boxing match based on technicality. He's he's like the Eminem of boxing.
yes,
It's a
correct,
technical
though.
sport.
Okay, so
Just like hip hop.
nobody can touch him.
Right.
So he just like dances around, and I can
Kinda
appreciate
Chad.
that.
It's kind of like Chad.
The defensive side of it, yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Chad got
Just a little bit, but look,
Remember
I can appreciate the defensive side of it, but like, I want to see somebody get punched in the face. Mike Tyson said it best: 50-0 ain't shit. He said it.
When Tyson says that, that's all that.
That's all that needs to be said.
Hey, look, when bro dropped that diss song on Facebook, that was a swing and a miss. So I did Chad at fault for dodging that.
Well, like here's the thing:
He didn't even have to dodge that. That was just a miss.
with Mayweather, you know, when he fought Conor McGregor, just know that his purse was like $350 million.
Fucking bag.
So the thing is, he was like super rich going into that.
Right.
He could have taken $1 million and sent it to every single person in the United States, and would have still been a wealthy person. And each and every person in the United States would have got $1 million. Think about that.
You talking about Conor?
We're talking about Floyd Mayweather
Floyd,
alone.
okay.
We're not talking about Jeff Zuckerberg. We're not talking about
None of those people.
or Mark Zuckerberg. We're not talking about Jeff Bezos. We're not talking about Donald Trump. We're talking about just a boxer. So if you think that there's not enough to go around and there's not like enough money out here for all of us to make it,
goddamn money team.
You're crazy.
Fucking
When you
news the truth.
When you're dealing with people that aren't really used to dealing with that, they don't really believe that they can be a part of that big money thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere along the line, I just believe that we could really be a part of some big money shit. You know, it's not just about the money, but I'm talking about real, like once people really catch on, it's not a matter of 1 million people hearing our shit and just not liking it. Once 1 million people hear our shit, we're going to explode over the top. It's just about how we get the 1 million people to hear it.
For sure.
Without a question. You know what I'm saying? And
based on the math, if you got 1 million people to hear your shit, you're probably going to have about 333,000.
Right. And so the
it's about putting your shit out there to get it in front of them.
And that's all it is. So the thing about it is that's really all I'm worried about. So whatever people like, I don't ever put myself personally out there. So whatever people feel about me personally, they don't really know enough about me to have that judgment. You know what I'm saying? Right. I feel like people put that out there to keep themselves connected to what I'm doing. Even if it's not like, because they can't keep themselves connected in like a friendly kind of way where we're connected.
Work ethic.
It's a way to keep
but
the
they
attention.
good though, bro. You see how I just called in?
Yeah.
Right.
It ain't even. It's a percentage thing. There's about 10% of people that you've dealt with in your life that may truly feel wrong, and then it's 5% of the 10% might be right.
Yep.
But 90% of the people that you've dealt with made their own issue.
Oh, sure. Yeah, man. I mean, that's
definitely a fair statement.
I mean, instead of saying, look, like I did, and this is me, bro, I can't even look. I'd rather pull out than have a baby I didn't want. I got pull out.
Right.
You feel me?
I don't like
and
that.
I said that, and that's a bad analogy, but I meant that.
No, I mean, pulling out. I don't know about it.
I meant it like that, though. It sounded like that for a reason. But look, because for me, it was that, bro. Babies. It was like, man, bro got everything lined up for me. All I got to do is be there.
Right.
So I can't look at it from nobody else's perspective without seeing, bro had it lined up for me. All I had to do was be there. Now, I do understand, though, there's 5% of the 10% who could say, I was already there, me adding to it. But if you felt like that, you should have said that, because it's nothing for real to recognize real.
Right.
And like Chad, bro, every time you ever met with me, you let me know who I am before I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You be like, bro, I'm me. My name is Robert Burkhead. That's why I said it about my son. That's where I'm at right now. But still, you feel me? I'm Robert Burkhead, bro. Never have I came to Chad and he not say, Scola 502's ready to be on this project, bro. Oh my God. Like, he make me feel myself more than I was feeling.
He's your hype man, you know it.
So I could only imagine him doing it for everybody else.
100%.
So for you to listen to somebody tell you that and not believe in yourself enough to know your worth is your own fault.
Yeah.
100%.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
If Chad, look, Berserk,
Yeah.
talking to you, because I've been on the phone for a grip. Talking to you, though.
I'm right
you
here.
You got a project coming out right now, right?
Always.
Before this project coming out, you had a project coming out. But for somebody else to come to you, but look, for real, for somebody else to come to you,
that's just work.
for somebody else to come to you and be like, hey man, I want you to be a part of this team, and I've been in the studio with you, and I've been in the studio with all of us as a collective.
Yeah.
Even K7 was there, you know. John, I'm sorry you weren't there. We probably should have been there, cause it matters. It always matters. I could only imagine what we would have accomplished together with you there, but still. You know, when we was out there in that moment, bro, and we was taking the smoke breaks, and Chad wasn't leaving the studio because he want to make sure his time is well spent. Mm-hmm. And we outside talking, and we like, man, yo, I can't wait till this shit drop. You feel me, bro? You want it, you want it. We all gassing each other up, but in gassing each other up, you got to remember the confidence that he instilled in us.
Yeah.
So you know you working with me, and he done hyped you up about me. I'm working with you. He done hyped me about you before I even got in the studio.
No, we got to impress each other.
Bro, before I even came on set to film, nigga, we was shooting K7's Revenge in DZ's basement. Chad was like, I got an idea for this Afro Samurai movie, bro, and there's this wrestler that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? He's setting the tone. So when I get around, bro, I'm already feeling chills about being who I'm around.
Yeah.
And it's you can't, if you don't respect the effort that he put into building us up as men to each other, then you won't respect him.
Look, and just to elaborate on that, I've been rocking with DLMF for at least 4 years now. At least 4 years.
Yeah.
And anybody who knows anything knows that I've had a fair share of people in my ear talking about, bro, why you fucking with them? Why are you doing that? Why you? Come on, why? It's because I saw both sides of everything.
When I heard that kind of, my bad, bro. Look, when I heard that kind of shit, it makes me more excited. But go ahead.
But no, that's exactly what happened, and I was like, and I had to put a smile on and be like, I understand your concern, I appreciate it, but there's just a lot more to it than I can even explain to you. And I would just leave it at that to people because I don't have the time to explain it. You know why? Because I got a video shoot coming up tomorrow at 9 a.m. before I go do this or do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have time to worry about or explain to anybody because we're doing work.
Me and Joe was rocking, and he came to me. I remember, and he said,
I know y'all was working.
He said, you know, he was like DLMF, he was like Chad Dundee, and I was like, yes.
No, who's that?
I was like, go, bro.
Right.
I asked for John Duke's input on it because Chad had came to me and he was like, look, I want to do this. He said, I want you to send me all the music that you have and and just do that, and we'll do that for starters. And I went to Duke and I was like, well, I got to get all this music together. I was at Duke's for the studio session. I was like, I'm going to send it to Chad. And he was like, Chad? I was like, yeah. He was like, you want to argue music? Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Yes.
I was like,
yes.
He was like,
and then he was like, you know, dude? And I was like, yes. And I was like, yeah.
And Duke was like, that's a great idea.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's a great idea.
But it's the level of professionalism.
Go, bro.
Yeah, so.
It isn't even, look,
I swear.
If Chad was any other artist, it'd be different. But
I just know how he works. I know his work ethic.
Standard that he holds himself to, bro.
I've been knowing him for a lot of years.
Well,
Chad could drop a single. He could go to the studio tonight, drop a song. I guarantee you, we ain't gonna hear the song for about 6 months. When the song come out, that motherfucker gonna have.
It's gonna have a movie
vinyl.
behind it.
Listen to me, bro.
The fuck out of it.
It's gonna have a visual. It's gonna be on CD still. It's gonna be on MP3. It's gonna be on every distribution outlet possible. And it isn't because, look, bro, it's only one thing that outweighs money, because cash is king.
I apologize. I gotta pee.
You straight. Look, it's only one thing that outweighs that, bro, to me, and it's work ethic.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of artists. I have hosted shows, bro. I've had my own Eat the Beat online and in person. You feel me? Trust and believe. If I felt like Chad was watered down, if I felt like he was irrelevant, if I felt any kind of way, I would not have called in as a fan. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Nigga, I could be holding my son right now. Get the nigga.
I'm grateful for you,
Stop
Stella.
it.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for you, brother.
Mind you, like I said, about 30 minutes ago, because it's been a minute. I'm in touch with all these people, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes the voice they need to hear ain't the one they listening to.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I certainly I stay out of the way and just keep my shit going, brother. That's all I know how to do.
Oh, yeah, you do that. And you do it to the point to where it's like, Scola, bro, this is some bullshit.
Right? I do.
Hey.
Cut the damn ankle bracelet off and come on.
What? Wait a second. This is bullshit, and this is Bush League bullshit, and we need to get this shit done. Yes.
If it was bullshit, then it wouldn't just be Chad that we heard.
Right.
Now, if all you got to say is bad, and all I'm seeing is work, then maybe it ain't what you think it is.
And, you know, sometimes, Scola, I think when those people put those kinds of things out, some of the things we've been speaking about this evening, I think a lot of times it ends up saying a lot more about them than it does me in the end, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, to an extent, but also, you know, when they when they step away from their phone or they step away from that momentary outburst and they inhale, exhale, you feel me? They may think something like this. What has he wronged me on?
right.
When I asked him, I don't even like being this specific because it's kind of fucked up because it ain't my place. But when somebody asks me, yo, we downtown, we mobbing, pull up, we marching out, who came? And I wasn't even there for that, but I couldn't be. I was on the watch, but still, you know, you was there for that, bro, and you brought a lot with you. And y'all did that, and it wasn't because it would give you clout. It was because you was behind them.
Yep.
And when it's time to be behind you, don't step away because of opinions that you've heard. Even if you feel a little bit bad about it, just remember, whenever you need me, I'm there instantly. Like, for real, Chad. For
Just
real.
call your name and you'll be there. Okay, got it.
Can't nobody say my name, and I'm not gonna come. I'm there. I can't wait. And look, on some real truthful shit, I've been waiting. And I can see how I came to you, and you ain't had a reason to come to me like that. So, you know, you ain't had to be like, man, this nigga made these beats for me, bro. And then you ain't had to do that because they still there.
Yep.
Even if they ain't how you want them to be, they're still there. And I ain't bashing you because I can't. But just because you feel a way about the way I do business, which is how I told you I was going to do business, let's remember, I said I was going to do this, and this. And I don't know if they came to you like I did and was like, hold on, bro, I got to pull out. And I didn't even tell you, don't use none of my beats, do. So
No,
I can
yeah.
imagine you did. If you did, I love it.
Of
But I
course.
didn't tell you, I didn't say none of that to you.
Right.
But I could imagine somebody else being like,
What the
look, bro,
fuck
I'm
did
going to
I
step
walk
away.
behind?
And not telling you what not to do, and you already told them what you was going to do, and you did it, because you said you was going to do it, and that's the nigga you are, Chad. You feel me?
Yes.
And now
That
you
is
don't
the
understand
that is the
everything
N
you
word
said,
that I am, Scola, for sure.
I'm sorry, bro, but
No, it's okay.
you are.
It's okay. It's
Context.
okay. Why is it okay for you to say it when you're Cuban,
It's a better
Because I got
but it's not okay for me to say it when I'm white? Okay,
That's
all
not
right,
even our
fine.
fight.
Okay, fine.
We have no
Okay.
back in that.
Okay, gotcha.
But look, he ain't for real, but look, he just black. But look, alright, my mama white and Cuban got me fucked up. But look,
It's funny.
never was there a moment where you was like, okay, look, you guys. Never was there a moment where you was like, okay, look, you guys, I'm gonna use your likeness to make this film.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use your likeness to push this comic. I'm gonna use your likeness to push these songs.
We need a black person for this
No, I am that.
type shit.
Well, I mean, that's just realistic casting.
Listen. Never was there a moment where you were like, I'm using your likeness. I'm using your image. I'm using your name to push this.
Type shit.
But you didn't have to say but I'm going to say it for you. But if ever you decide you're not riding with DLMF like that, for real, because I didn't bring the paperwork to constrictually bind you.
Yes, like a
I
boa
didn't do you
constrictor.
like that. I didn't do you like that.
Right.
I told you on word as a man, I'm going to do all of this stuff, and we're going to go here with it. You didn't say, if you want to leave, let me know, and then I won't do it. You was just like, I'm going to go here with it.
Right.
So when the moment came that you felt like you didn't want me to go there with it, you should have told me before I went there with it, because damn, I can't unprint t-shirts. I can't unprint comic books. I can't unfilm.
You got it stacked to the ceiling, brother. What you talking about?
Fuck, I can't undo it. It's done. I told you I was doing this. Damn, if you would have told me you didn't want to do it when I asked you, I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know this shit.
Right.
I know this shit.
It's an easy-
502.
It's an easy
Look,
thing.
man,
It's an easy
I'm
thing
not
to make
trying-
me a bad guy on the internet. That's all it is.
I'm not trying to speak over you, Chad, bro. I'm Scholar 502, bro. You got at least 2 beats that say Scholar, so you know it's lit.
I do.
You feel me?
Like Oakland.
You know you got artists on your albums that you want to push. They didn't come to you and ask you. You reached out and was like, yo, y'all deserve to be heard.
Yep.
So who the fuck are you listening to me on this video? I hope he edits me so you can hear me loud and clear. Who the fuck are you to say, I don't want to be heard no more, bro? I changed my mind.
Right.
Because he ain't got you out here hurting your own people. He don't got you out here misleading the youth. If that ever happened during the process of anything that Scholar 502 in corporation with DLMF, with your name on it, who you are, if that ever happened, it's because that's what you did.
Right.
He didn't write that shit for you, bro. And if he did, then you're not an artist for real. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. And I'm grateful for that, Scola.
And he didn't pay me to say this, but if he would have, I would have took the money.
Right. Double you up even. Double you up even.
I would have took that on Link Gang. I would have took the bread.
I'm
and
grateful.
I wouldn't have
I
said
mean-
what he wanted me to, though.
I'm grateful for every bit of it. All the good and the bad, I'm grateful for every bit of it. I think
What it is, bro.
I'd be worried about it if everything was like going super great and everybody was just like super if there was like nobody trying to like mindlessly come after me and shit, I
that's
wouldn't really feel
something
like I was
people
doing
that in the
shit. You know what I
future,
mean?
bro, I'm so sorry for talking over you again. I'm good at doing this. 'Cause I'm for real. But listen, bro. If a person has a following, right,
Run it out.
Yeah.
and they also have people
not even
going
my
against them, all you gotta do, if you're religious, and you know it's DLMF, but if you're a religious person in the audience right now, and you believe in scripture, and you open the Bible, how many people were against Jesus? Like, get the fuck out of here.
What?
Do you really think?
The thing-
do you really think if he was doing something that people didn't want to hear, he would still be able to do it?
Scola, I swear to you, I have made that's a big thing. They even hated Jesus. That's a very, very real thing. But the thing about it is, what if I came out publicly and made a post and said, hey, they even hated Jesus. I'm running this parallel with Jesus, and I'm really a charming guy. So,
Jesus was just a guy, bro.
and you know, what if I said that? What if I said, hey, guess what? I'm like Jesus because everybody hated him too. They'd be like, oh, look how fucking stuck up you are.
No, you would be the
Crucified.
most self-centered individual in the
Oh,
city
yeah.
of Louisville.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like, you might even get Baby back on tour. The Baby might have a tour again based off what you do.
Right.
I mean, come on, bro.
The gospel.
That's funny.
But, you know, Chad, look, bro. It's always going to be people that hate you, bro. When I first met you, instantly I was getting inbox. Like, hey, what are you doing?
Right. Let me
Bitch,
guess.
I'm doing me. What the fuck did you got? What are you talking about? Get the fuck out my inbox.
Listen.
But I'm that guy.
K7 is my number one. He's like my hetero life mate, dude. Me and him are in business with everything money wise, life wise, anything good you see from me. You know, K7 has something to do from it. K7 and I both understand that we probably know a good number of those people that do that. Anytime that my name is ever brought up, there are people that swoop in like the goddamn Jeepers Creepers monster.
Well, it could be a post saying, "Chat changed my tire today."
Yes, and they'll swoop in with a book, bro, with a book. Oh my God, they'll sweep in with a book, and these are like super talented people that the
Chad's got dudes crying his words out of his diary on the microphone. Like, Jesus Christ, bro, hang it up, man.
And you know
Is that yours?
the
Great
people.
big man.
Every time that I hang out with people that I'm usually around,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's crazy I can hear 4 people so clearly. I'm just fucked up by that.
Yo, Chad, all the high tech stuff,
But the crazy part about it is that these are talented people that the last time they saw me face to face, it was nothing but love and respect, and they were asking me to like reach out with me. I ended up not reaching out with them. I got videos of them burning my shit, burning my T-shirts, burning my CDs.
Videos.
You know what I'm saying, of shit, and then they're out
when
here.
When I met you, I was sent videos.
Yeah, and
I do be having some real beats, bro.
When I posted the picture of me holding your albums, bro, it was like I stabbed somebody's kid.
Yep, that's right. And you want to know something? Here's the thing: you ask those people what they think about it, Scola, and they'll tell you what bad things, like what they're inboxing you, right? Ask the real people. You need to ask is their mamas and their mamas. Those are the people you need to be asking what they think about me, because those are the people that I'm doing it for. The non-rappers, you know what I'm saying? I understand that the rappers are super mad about it,
Always gotta do that.
But it's what their mamas think about it that I really do it for.
It's I ain't gonna lie, Chad, as an artist, bro. And I keep apologizing for running over, but to the people watching live, I gotta talk to y'all, cuz.
Yep.
I'm sorry, bro, but
Let's
this
put a
is the type of
Scola
shit
show
I do.
together. What the fuck?
Look, it's my job, bro, to better my brand. So if I feel like, damn, they popping, they doing videos, movies, and everything, and I was a part of that, and people want to know why I left. Let me better myself while disengaging.
Right.
You gotta recognize that, bro.
Why does it always
That's
got to be a
what I'm trying
bad
to tell
thing?
you.
Why does it always got to
But-
be some kind of
because
drama?
ain't
It was never
always.
drama.
This is a moment where it's not always. So you gotta recognize that it's not always. You feel me?
Right.
So it's not always. But when that happens, big bruh, because you older than me, you have to recognize too what it is, because you done been through it so much. And that's probably another thing. Like, it's like you already know what it is, but other people don't peep game that maybe they trying to make this another step. Like, and I can't allow myself, because there's a difference between a step and a pedestal, bro. You feel me? I can remember the moment on the watch when you came, telling DZ, bruh, I'm at selling beat to Cadillac Dundee. Like, I can remember that. So it's hard for me to ever be like, man, Chad, nah, nigga, that ain't me. I ain't that guy, bro.
You're
And
one of the
if
only
anybody
real ones
listening-
left, Scola.
Look, bro, if anybody feel like I'm wrong for speaking my mind, remember it's mine and not yours, bro. This not your cheese.
Right.
It is what it is. And I'm about to hang up the phone and don't answer if I call back. But look, thanks for letting me call in.
We're always
Glad to hear from you.
always welcome to have you,
I
brother.
want to shout out Jonathan Duke,
Yes, sir.
one of the
Appreciate you.
premier engineers to go to if you're in the Jeffersonville area. Because even
Nah, I
if
don't
you
live
across
there no
the
more, bro.
bridge, wherever the fuck he's at, you need to find him.
I'm in the south side. I'm in the
Listen,
south side.
He
If you
said
want-
he in the south side. So
Yeah.
I don't gotta say Jeffersonville, but I will.
No, I'm back in my neighborhood.
Music. Don't even cut me off and say that, because there's some niggas in Indiana's music that I've been listening to, and they was recording with you at first, and then you left them, and then they tried to go elsewhere.
Who you talking about?
I ain't saying names.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Nah, speak on it, bro.
Stop it, bro.
Nah, speak on it, bro.
Look.
That was a whole other show. We had to bring Scola in to be in front of the camera for that one. You know what I mean?
Nah, we don't.
It's all love, bro.
Nah. Who you talking about?
Indiana,
Don't blast nobody. Yeah.
if you in Louisville,
You talking about TTU?
if you go to Head First,
Huh?
if you go to 400,
That's my bros, bro.
if you go
You hear me?
anywhere,
Nah, I don't even play. You gotta tell me who you talking about, bro.
if you go, I didn't say no names. So
You
don't
got
act
to
like I
now.
did. You can't act like no, I don't.
Scholar, you got to now, bro.
You ain't got
You got
There's
to.
no paper on my table in front of me. But listen, if you record anywhere, bro,
I don't play it, bro.
give yourself the opportunity to experience recording with Jonathan Duke.
Tell Scola that I love
And this
him.
is spoken from a person who ain't even got the chance yet.
Just a little bit.
If you're an artist and you're looking for features, Berserk. Not because me saying it, because you looking for features anyway, nigga. Berserk. And I guarantee you won't be dissatisfied.
I'm trying.
If you riding around this motherfucking city and your motherfucking shit break down, you know why it broke down? You know why it looked dusty? Because you ain't pull up on Chris Wells.
Yes, sir. Walls.
You hear me? This ain't no advertising. I ain't got $1 from this whole thing. Best believe
Checks in the
pull
mail.
off and your blaze is chopping. They popping. Because you went to K7. I
There you
said
go.
Chris Wells first. Go there. And last but certainly not least, my nigga, Big Bruh. You hear me? Big Bruh.
How he's coming? Hold on.
I don't even know what to say before I say the name. But listen, if you want to do anything and you want to make it seen and you want to make it different, come out, check out Cadillac Dundee. Best believe it's not what you doing.
Nah.
But it's what you gonna try to do. You might come, you gonna go on stage after that and be like, Nick got me fucked up, cause I did. Got me fucked up, and I ain't got no guitar. I don't know 3 chords. But I'm not gonna step on stage and not try to sound better and not try to look better. I ain't never had a wardrobe change though, still, cause I be fly as fuck. It's one nigga. It's how you get 15 minutes.
Right.
But still, Cadillac Dundee,
Ooh.
DLMF.
Ooh.
You hear me?
I hear you.
I don't even got to put cinema on the end of it because that's just a part of it.
Mm.
And the person that told you this is Scola 502.
That's it.
Really?
And I guarantee you a nigga won't tag me in a post with a song on the end of it. Cause nigga, next time.
Did you say song?
Fuck it. Look. The next time a nigga diss Chad on wax, I got 15 minutes of fame for you, nigga. Cause you got my nigga fucked up.
Hey, I'll take it. I don't even
And
need
I
to
put
write
that
a
on
single
me.
bar.
Nigga, the first line gonna kill you. The rest is just aftermath on Dre. Thank you for letting me call in, big bro. Thank you for letting me talk my shit. Thank you for talking yours back to me.
My brother, we can't. I can't tell you how grateful I am for you, man. Thank you so much for this experience to get to kick it with you a little bit tonight.
It's been a while,
It has.
but I'm the same nigga, bro. I'm the same one.
I know. I knew you would
And
be.
it's been, I'm sorry for the people who came. And I pray you got the courage to do it in the future, bro. Because I'm waiting on y'all. I'm watching every motherfucking Monday. It's the only night that's a motherfucking Tuesday. I'm tuned in like this. It's Monday still, but it's Tuesday technically.
So here's the deal.
Tuned in.
About 12 minutes.
So for the people who are watching on here and stuff, this is kind of another little teaser thing. We're talking about doing more episodic TV. We're talking about doing more weekly things other than just this podcast. We're talking about doing more shows, maybe like comedy skits and stuff like that. And I would only hope that you would be, optimistic about being a part of it. I mean, if anything, the main part of it. You know what I'm saying? So, we're thinking about doing more episodic weekly television on the DLMF Cinema Network and stuff. So this, I mean, if this is even halfway decently entertaining, it's just the start of what we got coming up, really. So
look, after I get off, I'm gonna comment and tag myself so y'all know
Please
who's
do.
saying all this fly shit.
yeah.
And I'm gonna watch the rest of the episode like y'all should do.
And you want to know something? I mean, the person, I'll tell you what, my number one favorite artist outside of the people that I directly have in house, my number one favorite artist in the whole entire region, without a question, Scola 502. And I've been on that tip. I've been saying that. I've been posting that. I've been talking about that ever since we started filming K7's Revenge. Y'all better be on the lookout for Scola. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to tag himself in the comments here. So please add Scola. And please be on the lookout for the whole 2022 campaign that Scola's got coming, hopefully. Yeah?
Man, you rebirthing this shit right now, because I
That's
swear
right.
I was thinking about Kareem Zaire Burkhead all day.
Yeah, Kareem.
I just had a third.
So what I'm going to do, Scola, is I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get off the phone here, and I'm going to think about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I'm going to shoot a fucking sky hook into the garbage can. And
hey, look, everybody that's there, thank y'all for listening to me. Thank y'all for talking with me. It's a pleasure. It always is when it's with Chad, bro. I'm a slab, bro.
All right.
Have a good night.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tune in with you.
yeah, my brother.
All right, Scott, good night,
Let's
bro.
talk again soon, okay?
Yep.
Okay, my brother. Take care.
All
All right.
Bye.
Brother Scola 502. By God. Okay, so anyway, John, where were we? Originally. Before Scola called in, where were we? Okay. Check this out. Okay. Check this out.
Yeah, on that part, like where he was talking about, I didn't think he was like talking bad about nobody's people or nothing like that.
At all.
Yeah.
Not at all. That was
What
some
I
of the
heard-
realest shit that I've
what
heard.
I was saying is that
all year.
what I heard is that what he was saying is that once you left Indiana, it was like nobody was getting hard mixes out of Indiana no more, and that's just your curse, brother. I'm sorry. Everywhere you go, you put a stamp on the region that you're in.
Yeah, you were.
He noticed it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I know when you first heard it, it sounded like he was trying to talk about your peoples or whatever. But.
You know what High Roller was in Nashville when he was.
I'm good. Like,
Well,
No.
I didn't want you to. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, the thing that I was going to say, I was going to go back to was this is exactly where we were, was renting out your studio for hourly services and stuff. That's what we were talking about originally.
Right.
However, it takes me to a good point of what you kind of were and are and represent. You know what High Roller was in Nashville before all the kind of controversial stuff or whatever. But he was kind of like the go-to engineer. You wanted to get your shit done at radio quality, you went through his place. He didn't have this real super huge, high quality office space rent out, whatever. But when you went to him, you knew you got radio quality shit,
Yeah,
national release type shit. He was that in Nashville, and people all the way from Haystack all the way down to me were going in there getting his services.
I remember.
I
got a few sessions from High Roller.
Right, absolutely. And because we always made sure and include.
He's a cool dude.
We always made sure and included Mind on Business in everything we did. We just felt like the project wouldn't be the same without the Mind on Business thing.
100%.
And what High Roller was in Nashville, I really truly believe you became in Louisville. I really did, before you kind of became exclusive to the artist, the in-house artist that you were
Which
working with.
I'm fortunate to have gotten to in time.
Absolutely, which I think that's a level up. That's a level up. You know what I'm saying? From working with just everybody to working to be able
There's still
to
choose your
artists
clientele.
that I'm dedicated to working.
which
with.
you work exclusively with them, because that is more so beneficial than just working with everybody. It
Like
takes
Nave,
away.
Smoketown Nave.
Yeah, and it takes away. It takes away.
I think I've done 3 projects for him now. Like,
Which is
anytime he comes to me and he wants to get something done, we're gonna do it.
Right.
Same thing with Joe. Same thing with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's one of,
Always.
like he already has something ready when he comes. He has a whole
They're all
project.
prepared, right?
Well, you're working with
We're
pros
doing
and shit. Yeah.
yeah,
You're doing
no,
pro
we're
work.
doing 4 songs in a 3-hour session. Like,
Right. Because you can knock it
knock
out.
them-
Y'all got
yeah.
Couple
the
takes,
He
boom,
already
next
knows
one.
what he wants to do, but that's the difference. Like, I don't know.
Well,
You know.
what I was what I was going to say was I feel like you would be taking away from the time you could commit to where maybe like because I know that these artists you work with now exclusively you work on their shit when they're not even in studio, and so if you have people you work
We get it laid down, and then it's a process from there.
exactly, and so when people leave the studio, if you have a person where you don't even know the person, it's their first session coming in. You're a total stranger.
Yeah.
That takes away from that extra thing that you can put in. So I
Like
feel
I
like
already know where you're at.
it's a huge level up to do it the way you're doing now. Work with just a handful of exclusive artists
For
because
sure.
you're able to be successful enough.
I like
with
it
them.
better. Like, I don't know. When I had a kid and shit, it was like, shit. I stopped for a long time. Same thing when my dad died.
Right.
Like, I just quit
Yeah.
fucking with people for a long time, and then fucking you know.
Well,
If I won't really fuck with somebody like that unless I really dig what they're doing. Like Joe, he was coming through. We was doing the DBIC thing.
mhm.
I remember that
I
name.
remember that in
I
Indiana.
remember that name, the same, yeah.
It's my dude. Both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's just it was just Joe.
Right.
After
Yeah.
a while, you know what I mean? But I told him the first time that he ever recorded with me, I was like, "You're just different, bro." I was like, "You
Right.
sound different." Like,
And I think
I
that
was really intrigued by what he did. So then I gave him like full access to what I was doing.
right.
So then it was like, you know what I mean? That
Absolutely.
type of relationship.
Same kind of deal that we had kind of going where it was definitely so much
100%.
it was so much so a professional relationship.
You
but
had
at
a
the-
key to my apartment.
right.
Like, I
And
gave
then-
Chad, like, I had 2
Literally,
keys.
here's the key.
I was like, "Here, bro, you can come over here if I'm at work. Whatever you want to do, you
I've
pull
had a
it."
key for Chad before. Matter of fact, him and Joey had something going on
I
one
swear,
time.
bro.
There was
Rehearsed for a show or
I mean,
something.
Callie was
He
even
locked
with
me in my apartment one time.
I did.
We went, look, we went,
Yeah, deadbolt that didn't have the handle on the
Chronicles,
inside
bro.
either.
The
We-
Chronicles.
we went and did this show, right? And then we was like, it was crazy
Yes.
because
Correct.
we was fucked up. We were drinking moonshine and shit.
Ooh,
Correct.
And then,
That's easy to overdo it.
nah, Chad had a jar. And then we was getting shots from the bar anyway.
We were.
So then we was sitting up in like this VIP area. This is the night I met my wife.
This is correct.
No, 100%
Truth.
true.
Truth.
So we was getting loaded, right?
Yep.
And fucking, I was like, I seen her, and I was like, is this a lie, bro?
Not at all. Not
And
at
I
all.
was like, I'm gonna fuck this shit out of her.
Yes, you did.
And he was like, fuck her, brother.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes. Of course. What else would I say?
And I was like, hell yeah. So we was making out and shit like the whole night.
And I was like, but look,
Then
to elaborate
we was gonna
more.
go to Indiana, right?
Well, to elaborate more, I was like, John, I got you, brother. I'm with you.
No,
you
he
know
was
what
like,
I'm saying?
I'm getting you there.
I will get you there wherever it is. If that's the girl that
Swear.
you're going to see, that's who we're going to see, and I'm with you. So don't worry about it from here.
We got fucking lost, right?
We did.
We were driving. I don't know where we
We were so close to that house. We were so close. I remember being so specifically close, but we were lost, brother.
And she told me, she was like, I was asleep on the couch, like waiting for you the whole time.
Right.
And I was like,
Mhm.
but you know what? Here's the God's honest truth. If I would have fucked her that night, I would have never talked to her again.
That's right.
On God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Limp whiskey dick, fucking
I would've
swinging it
never
around
talked
like a
to her.
No,
noodle.
like you would have done your thing, and then I had no reason to talk.
And then it was like the whole JC Dollars. Like he was standing over there.
Yeah.
And
I remember
then
that.
they was like recording and shit.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, I got like a dope ass studio at the crib. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, that
marriage
goes,
and divorce is weird, son.
yes, it is.
It's like so painful. It's like so much more fucked up than like a casual like we was fucking, now we don't talk to each other.
Well, exactly.
You got so much shit invested.
I mean, how similar does the story to him talking about his, the girl that he eventually married to the girl that I eventually married? Same exact situation. You see somebody, you just know. You just know, and then you get with them and you try to be as perfect as you possibly can. You realize that you're maybe not that
and
particular.
And then you get to the point where you're like not even being yourself.
Right.
And then things happen, like people die that's never in your life, and people, I don't know, it's weird, bro. But people just expect you to be like,
right.
That's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Right. And
people change, bro.
Let's not forget, in the midst of all this shit, we're supposed to be keeping up with, maintaining this music shit, because the scene, needs that.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying? And that's what's
all that
tough
shit
about
took me away from everything for so long.
Yeah.
Like I was really not doing anything at all. And then I got back to the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna do what I like to do. And you know what I mean?
It just works out for good.
That plays. I gotta say that plays a huge role into why we always made sure that Mind on Biz was a part of everything that we were doing. Because even if you weren't necessarily active at that moment, Mind on Biz was still releasing music out there. And Mind on Biz. So even if it was production from 2 years ago that I'm just now using on this project, if no matter where you were in your life, Mind on Biz was still releasing music. That's the reason I included Dave Marino in every project. That's the reason I included Mind on Biz in every project. That's the reason, because to kind of pay that homage to the people that I really knew were in the background, putting it all together.
Yeah, like
it all together,
really in the trenches type shit.
And, just like, for instance, like the new record we're about to put out, Scola was a big part of the initial production with making the beats and shit that we made the songs to. And then once the songs were finished, you were a huge part of the mastering process that went into that stuff, kind of like the final.
That was cool as fuck. So I enjoyed that shit so much. Like, there were certain aspects of it that I didn't enjoy.
Sure, of course.
Like, if we're being all the way honest. Like, when it got down to like getting the thing done, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And like,
diligent as ever about it. And I think a real cool thing to take away from it is like, boom, I was like a co-producer on a project. Scola and I like co-produced a project together, even though it was on different elements of production, but I think that's the way like professional projects are made.
Right.
They say like De Niro,
one specific job.
De Niro and Al Pacino never met each other once on making Godfather 2.
Like, I love my job.
Yeah.
Like, I love what I do. I really love the people I do it with. Like, it's my bro. He comes over and kicks with my family. We eat dinner together, like,
right.
Regular.
It's more so than just an hourly session.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If something's getting cooked, Berserk gets a plate, like, fucking.
I'm more than welcome.
Well, we always talk about the
same thing with Mac. Like,
right.
Like, I don't know. Like I said, I either am a fan of your music or we're family.
Right.
So you can either come around. Either my dogs like you or they don't. It kind of comes down to that.
I always preach about
it's kind of fucked
how
up.
We have this big team. We have this big team in play. We have this team of 20 people that will never be able to get in the same room at the same time. I even said that at the wedding.
Let's take a picture because we'll never get the same batch of people
at the wedding. At my reception,
a few occasions actually, but yeah,
at the reception at the wedding, I'm standing there talking. I'm like, listen, it means something for me to tell you guys something because I know all of us will never be in the same room at the same time again. I said that at the thing.
At your wedding?
Why not? Yeah. I said that at the wedding. And, why not? This and that. And
what a negative forecast.
And I'm saying to myself, okay.
Hey, bro. I swear to God.
I'm like, wow.
Hey, look, my wife.
But it wasn't because I thought like the marriage was going to end, but it was just those particular people like Isaiah and Carolyn Dreary. Those people just never be in the same room as each other at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So but the thing about it is I think that's a cool part about what we do, is because people can be in like collaborative efforts with each other without even ever having been in contact with each other. They
Doesn't
can
matter,
still collaborate because they did
The
their
work
part.
is the work.
Exactly.
Right, they did their part in the bigger picture.
If they remade let's say a Friday the 13th movie or a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, and we were cast to do just like the actual filming part, but someone else was cast to do the sound part of it, it's cool if maybe 10 years ago we worked on down the road on another project, but we were like co-workers
It's kinda
on this
right.
thing,
No,
even though
I
we
know
were
how it
never
works.
in the same
Yeah.
studio on the same set at the same
Yeah,
time.
I know how it works.
And I love the fact that we have that dynamic here, because if it was counted on you and Scola being in the same room at the same time, chances are it may not happen. But the fact that we do it the way that we do it,
No,
it
we
is
can
like
do
we
that.
get,
That's not
but we can, but and maybe that was wrong of me to say. It's not that it wouldn't happen, but I'm just saying, like, if, like, for instance, if this project, Scola mentioned things that were going on in his life, things that are going on in your life, maybe you all being in the same room collaboratively working at that moment wouldn't have worked out. But because we did it the way that we did it, it still worked out. Y'all were still having
No, I'm about getting,
names next to each other on
Yeah.
production, and so I think that's one thing I really love about what we do.
one thing I really appreciate about it, like the people that I work with, is like they at least try
Right.
to do something with the music that they're making.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean?
Definitely. John Duke, we when did we start? Did we start around 10:30? Is that when we started?
10:20 actually.
10:20,
Remember, because I commented 20 minutes setup
Yeah,
time.
he said, yeah.
And we
100%.
usually run about 2 hours, and that's where we're at about right now or whatever. I feel bad because of Scola's horrific, terrible, disgusting phone call that he called us with.
God.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Scola, man, that was some of the coolest shit that anyone has ever done for me, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
I love you,
Yeah.
brother, for that. Thank you so
For
much.
sure.
But
You can't
We run 6 episodes looking for a caller. No
This is-
caller. We bring in a special guest.
exactly. But this is what I want to do this more, maybe with you. Maybe we can do some stuff live from
For
the Mind
sure.
on Biz
I'm like,
studio and stuff. I definitely don't want this to be like a singular thing, because man, we're like involved so much so regularly
No,
that
we're
I'd
good.
love to be able to do this more often.
Oh,
For sure.
what's that?
Let's see. This is probably, watch this be Scola calling in talking, man, fuck
Watch
you.
it be your ex-wife, bro.
You radio. What up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, who is it?
Man, big fucking Mac.
Hey.
Oh shit. Big Mac.
Big
in
Mac,
the
Big
house.
Mac.
Hey!
Big Mac in the house. Well,
I ain't been watching the last 2 hours just to knock off.
man, I heard that. Thanks for calling in, brother.
I was waiting for Scola to get off the goddamn phone.
God damn.
Hey, well, look, this is the thing, Big Mac. This was our thing, was that we were going to have somebody call in, and they were going to at least get 60 seconds, but they were going to be able to stay on the phone until someone else called in. So
Right.
if you'd have called in, we'd have had to have cut Skull off.
Right.
But
Yeah, that's
Well,
how it works.
Nah, I feel it. I was just kind of.
He was on some real shit, though. Good looking at
enjoying
him.
the show.
Very respectful.
Listening.
What you doing, bro?
Just wanted to call, holler at my bro, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How the babies doing?
Zerk.
Yes,
Nah,
sir.
they doing good. They in there sleeping right now.
Hell yeah.
Zerk, what up with you?
What up? What up?
7 Chad.
that man, dude, Big Mac calling in, Mind on Biz artist. He's got the record, let's see, what's the ham?
Free sample ham.
Yeah.
Free sample ham. Hard as
Oh,
fuck.
you bringing up some old stuff.
Hardest free sample ham is hard as fuck. Well, Big Mac, tell me about. I mean, that was the last thing I remember, like project wise, you releasing.
Well, that's really what it was. You know,
Right.
there was before kids. There was us.
You know me, man. I shop at the Best Buy. I shop at the store, and the only music I keep up with is what comes out, brother. You know what I'm saying? So
No, for sure. No, I'm definitely stacking up tracks. But you know, man, when
I know you're in there
You got a
working.
plan.
I know you're in there working. I know
When
you
it
are.
comes out, it's coming out.
Let's not forget. I mean, again, here I am, just being so unfiltered about shit with this show, thinking that this show is a good excuse to be unfiltered about shit. But let's not forget about the fact that, what was it? Was it 2016, 17? That, I don't know how much you want to go into it, But Mind on Biz had the biggest mixtape in the city.
Oh,
For
we
sure.
smashed.
Yeah.
I mean, the what was it
the heavy metal
the heavy metal is what it was.
in the free hand. Now
In
we
the
dropped
free
both
hand.
of them in 1 year.
That was the biggest. That was
Shit was smacking.
the heavy
we-
metal was huge. Was
Yep.
big.
It was big.
And
Young
You know,
Paul.
what a lot of people don't know though about that situation between both of them mixtapes. There was 2 weddings.
yeah,
Me and John lost 2 dear friends to us that we call
Very-
brothers. You know what I'm
very
saying? He
good
lost
friends.
one of his best friends. I lost my best friend.
It was a lot of trauma.
All in 1 year. Speaking
Oh,
of that, rest in peace, Vaughn got it. Heard y'all mention TT.
you know every
Hell
single
yeah.
every single
Trade
record
him, my
that
people,
we've ever dropped.
R.I.P.
Man,
Fon
we
Gotti.
went through a lot. We was going through a lot of scenarios, man, and you know it's common. It's common with anybody that clicks up. Everybody like Joey was talking about with you. Not everybody gonna see eye to eye, agree to every move that
It can't be like that. That's not realistic.
No, it's not reality. It really ain't. But I think that's what makes people strong.
Yeah, me and you.
As far as where we
Bro.
was as a MOB and where we come to, man, that's how life plays out.
It'd be like that.
I mean-
Me and him bump heads. Same shit.
You know,
Absolutely.
I got a passion for music, and I can't downgrade. There ain't no way I would downgrade on my sound. I couldn't go to somebody else that don't produce just as good a sound than Duke.
100.
But the thing, I mean, Mac, the thing is, you can go find. I mean, you can go find. Let's just be real about the shit. You can go find some people that have the same skill set as John, but you will not ever be able to find in one person the same chemistry you have with John. You know what I mean? And I feel like the and you're not gonna find anybody with the skill set in town. But I'm saying you could search abroad and find somebody that may come close to his skill set. But as far as like the rapport that you've built, the
That's my
chemistry,
brother.
the way that you all
Literally.
have connected. The thing is if he goes to an hourly guy that's just charging by the hour, he's super reputable, but he's charging by the hour. He might not tell Mac, hey man, that bar might not be,
We need to do this again.
but you will, and that's
I will.
what helps his music.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
helps. And
No, it's just like times that we've been in the studio. You know, me and Zerk been in the studio plenty of nights over at John's.
Mm-hmm.
We feed off each other with ideas. Oh, you should do this. Or you should. What if you said it like this? You know, and that's we ain't even got nothing to do with each other's songs.
Right.
I might be working on something that he ain't a part of. He's working on something that I'm not a part of. But we still put that input in there because, man, at the end of the day, I just want to see everybody succeed.
that's right.
You know,
Yeah.
That's
under the same, hold on, just action point. But then,
and you know you're
What happened?
what you over there doing, a concrete job?
Like concrete right now.
Yeah.
Come on with you.
What you over on the block, bro?
Yeah, I'm sitting on the porch. I was watching the show and I was like, man, you know what? It's there's some Mustang going by. I think it's a B6 though. They got tailpipe problem.
Probably got the catalytic converter stove off.
Right. He's a
Right.
dickhead.
Yeah,
Come
they
suck
tryna
your dick.
act like they got something big in there. That's not a Hemi, bro. Stop it. But
And you know, and the cool thing about it is you have different elements at Mind on Biz. With you have kind of like Big Mac, who's somewhat of a homegrown kind of like a came up through Mind on
Portland,
Biz thing.
100%.
Whereas
Portland representative.
Whereas I think the Young Paul thing, Young Paul had kind of already established himself outside of that, and then he came through with kind of a residency in Mind on Biz,
True.
put out that record, and then kind of
No, that's
went
my
elsewhere.
brother.
And
We
but-
haven't talked much.
so maybe you don't give yourself the credit for this, but you're able to cultivate your own artists while in addition to providing a very worthwhile service to already established artists just coming for brief residency with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right, or
That's
like
two different elements of
like a project mix or something.
exactly, and those, you know, where some people might specialize in just one particular area, where in another they might falter. I think maybe sometimes I fall into that category. I feel like you can help people in so many different directions, but I think what I just
I care a lot about the people I work with, like mental health. Like,
Hey,
where
yeah.
are we at?
Chad, hold on. Let me intervene on that. 'Cause
Sure. Please.
Not to dispute with you or nothing.
And that's
but,
why
you
it's
know,
important to me to have
Duke-
people that's important to me
Duke
that's
never-
in the studio.
Duke was never. He was never. The whole time we fucked around as a whole. At MOB, it was never. This is my shit. These is my orders.
Right.
It was never that. It was never that. You know, at the end of the day, it was we in this bitch together.
Yeah.
Even though it was
We do,
John's
we
shit, it was his. It's his.
You get
It's his
opportunity,
thing.
you go.
And see, that's where John is better than me, because when I bring my
his studio, but it was never that. Like it was never singled out to be that.
well, that's where John is better than me, because when I bring my people in, I'm like, listen, motherfuckers, sign your fucking life on the dotted line. Your shit is mine. You better fucking recognize. Tell him, K7, look, K7 done walked away because he knows. I say, listen, motherfucker, your shit is mine. Forget about it. Joey, look, Joey sold his soul at the crossroads to learn how to play 7-string guitar, and that's where you got the berserk experience
Right.
from. Okay, but he's gonna pay for it later. You better believe it.
I
Okay.
plead the
Hey,
fifth.
I'm not mad at Joey, man. I'm not mad at none of y'all.
He said,
Y'all
"I'm not
doing good things. You know, I done heard
Thank
the
you,
Don
man.
album and shit. Not
Thank
to
you,
just
brother.
throw it out there, but when you putting late nights in the studio, you hear things.
Absolutely.
And
No,
all
of course.
that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but the it's hot. It's hot. I fuck with it. I fuck
Thank
with
you,
everything y'all doing. Videos y'all put out, I fuck with it all.
Thank
and
you.
then
Thank
I
you.
was on the porch. You sound like you was about to maybe in the live. So I was like, man, you know what? This would be a fucking great time. And I
It
thought of
is. It
something
was.
so-
That's perfect.
Right.
I thought of
I
something.
kind of had that
thinking
feeling.
of
I was like,
something
as soon as he
legendary.
said,
I was like,
Exactly.
man, if I can get on here and just scream out Instagram at It's Really Mac.
It's really man.
Spell that
Mac
out.
Morris-
Can we spell that
Mac
out real quick?
Morris hey, just the hey,
no,
Chad,
no,
the few-
stop.
Okay.
Before we say anything else, say your email. Say your booking email for me, please. I love it.
Okay.
Get with me today.
I will. Let me get to that. It's Mac Morris on Facebook. It's Mac Morris on YouTube. It's Get With Me today at gmail.com.
That's the hardest email ever.
Get with, and that's with W-I-T, not with.
Hey Mac,
Okay, gotcha.
Big Mac, I love you, bro.
But look, one more thing to get all that out the way. To throw my plugs in there, obviously. But hey, Jay-Z killed Eminem on Renegade.
Oh my
Get the
God,
fuck
Mac
out of here,
Morris. Let's just get out. Let's
the only
move this man. No.
the only reason why he said that is because we have had this.
Listen,
fucking argument.
wasn't that like Royce the 5'9's lyrics anyway that Jay-Z was spitting? Wasn't that like
No.
a Royce the 5'9 song first?
No, Royce was on the original song. But then
Oh.
Jay heard it and was like, oh, let me throw my shit on there.
Gotcha.
Come on, man. Ain't nobody writing for the GOAT. Like, you think somebody
GOAT.
writing for
Let's
the greatest,
look.
the greatest
Listen.
rapper of all
First-
time?
First time I was ever in Miami Beach, dude. I was listening to the radio, the Hot 97 or whatever. They had a 15-minute mix on the fucking radio of they would play the line Jay-Z said, and then they'd play Biggie saying it. Then they'd say Jay-Z saying it, then they'd say Biggie saying it. And dude, it was like a 15-minute song of shit that Jay-Z is bitten off of Biggie.
Well,
Like different lines that he's bitten off of Biggie.
it's paying homage, too. It was like his big brother, his little brother, because he
Paying
was over.
homage. Let me tell you something. Listen, y'all, right now, if I die and y'all make some music,
I'm
to pay
stealing-
homage to me, do not steal my fucking bars, okay? Look, let me hear you say that. Don't
all
steal
your
my
lyrics,
bars.
bro.
Don't steal my bars.
Shit, half the shit you
Okay.
can't even fucking repeat.
Mac Morris, that goes for you too. Don't steal my bars if I die, okay, brother? If I
keep it
fall
alive,
dead,
though,
don't
to
steal
keep
my
it
bars.
alive.
What'd you say?
I mean, the duet to keep it alive.
Could I steal your bars if you drop dead?
Hey, man, you know what? If that's going to keep it alive, that's going to keep somebody talking about it.
You got it, brother. I got
But
you. I can respect it.
You had to go through and find the good ones.
Right.
Type shit.
Right. Man,
Mac Morris, the man, the legend.
Mac, brother, I'm so, that is so cool that you call in, brother. I would love for you to call in more often if you ever catch it while it's live, brother.
Yeah, well, you know, y'all 5 in the morning.
I know. Well, that's the thing. It's so, everybody, like tonight.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Well,
Where you gonna be? Outside on the corner.
That's right. Well,
I
wanted.
In all honesty, though, if there's ever a chance you could fit me in there, I wake up 5 in the morning to come film one with you.
We would love to have you as a guest, brother. We'd love you anytime.
I got a few Chad D stories.
Okay. All right. We'd love to hear them. Listen, the reason that we do it the way that is because, like, tonight we wanted John's people to be able to call in. That's why we did it a little later. But the reason we do it 5 in the morning is so everybody doesn't just watch the live show and they, you know what I mean? If they just watch the live show, they're not going to watch the finished show that looks good. You know what I'm saying?
And it's really Mac on Instagram.
Get all in
Mac Morris, YouTube. There's more music coming, a lot more music coming. And then me and Zerk, we and Zerk got 2, 3 tracks right now together.
I think so. We did one. We had the sesh, obviously, and then we just did the one with. Well, I won't throw his name out there for the sake of not releasing any content, but we have one with a third party as well that we just wrapped up. So yes,
we got the I believe it's the Blackout beat or Filthy Dirty one of them.
Well, that's to be determined because of circumstances, obviously. But I would rather not speak on those politics.
Oh no, we good. Hey, I'm just solid. My way, anything I speak on solid. It ain't gonna be. I ain't never speak out of turn.
Hey, I love you, Mac.
Hey, I like you too, dude.
Holla at me tomorrow, bro.
Seven, Chad.
Yes, sir.
Keep doing your thing, bro. I mean, it's inevitable. We obviously gonna see.
That's right.
See each other around. So, because I'm gonna push this. I'm gonna keep pushing as hard as I can.
Well, yeah. Hey, keep in touch with us, brother. Let's talk again soon, okay?
All right, man. Y'all be good.
Okay, brother. Okay, that was really nice. What a pleasant surprise for Mac to call in. It's crazy because what we've done 6 episodes. This is our 7th episode.
This is episode 6, actually.
That's my brother.
No, this isn't 6. This is 7.
I titled it as episode 6 the entire
I thought it was 4.
That's okay because we make mistakes all the time. But I think it's episode 7. Anyway,
I'll take it.
He literally is like the father of like my sister's children. Like that's my brother.
Well,
I fuck with Max so heavy. Plus, he's so talented. It's kinda,
well,
I look at him like I look at Joe.
And the really, really cool thing about it is that we've done 6 episodes so far. This is our 7th one, and we hadn't had a single caller so far because I think we've really kind of dedicated it to
be in the morning. If you want to be up, if you want to call.
Well,
call.
I think but Howard Stern, he was Monday morning radio too. So
right, and there's people that say, man, it was really cool to be at work early in the morning to see your shit like while it was live. I mean, there are people that'll say that, but at the same time, I've really geared it towards. I'm good with it.
ashtrays always for me?
I got you.
I was really gearing it towards the people that have like shit to talk. I was like kind of saying, hey, if you got some shit to talk, let's talk about it on live TV. That was kind of what I wanted to say. Yeah. Where I have nothing scripted. I have no idea you're going to call in, but please call in and we'll talk about it on live TV and we'll see. We'll let the people determine.
We'll let we'll put the facts out there. Any situation you might feel some type of way about, and there you go.
So I wasn't really surprised that many people didn't call in with that kind of stuff. The people with the Jeepers Creepers novel fucking comments on me every fucking time they hear my name on the internet. None of them. So, but I'd love to still have that open invite for them to call anytime they want to. But it's really, really cool that we have the fucking famous Mind on Biz John Duke.
I'm not famous, bro.
Absolutely famous. Shut up.
I am not. I stay out of the way as much as I can.
I'll get out the rights.
Like the last show I went to with Joe, like people was like, because I got some shots for him or whatever while he was performing. Because my dude, I was like. And then motherfuckers was like, I didn't even see you there. I was like,
right in the
I did my fucking job, bro.
right.
Like, I don't want you to see me there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Fuck out of here.
Same as fuck. That's why I'm like, you made a post the other day. You said something like something
I have a
happened.
very fortunate.
I make a lot of posts.
Well,
my,
no.
my Facebook. Look,
I
I've
keep
been
up with that. I'm a
banned
fan,
for 30
bro.
days
I'm-
like 3 times.
No, it's okay. I'm truly a fan. You made a post the other day. You said something happened where something happened. This is exactly why I kind of stay out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think guys at our age, kind of like the mid 30s,
Understand that.
we kind of where maybe we'll reach a day where we can kind of reemerge ourselves. But at this particular point, we see it best as we'll kind of stay out of trouble and be more responsible by just staying out of the way.
Yeah, we should
kind of
probably
thing.
like kind of talk about the violence in the city at this point. Like
Because we're going to be a part of it if
I've
we're out
lost,
there.
nephews, I've lost
Yeah.
fucking, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
motherfuckers just killing each other out here, and it's terrible, and I hate it.
Yeah, me too. And that's the thing. It's like people will talk to me about something related to this music shit, and then they'll be talking about
That's why I didn't really mean to like jump off the handle or nothing, like on Scola or nothing.
no, not at all. But no, the thing I don't think you
But
did at all.
I don't know who he's talking about.
Are we recording now still?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the
But like I don't
think you did. I don't think you flew off the handle or
Nah.
anything. It just you were just curious about who he was maybe speaking about. But the thing is the only thing I remember about those particular people is the love that they were showing you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so
Fawn and TTU though, I'm gonna give them a shout out.
yeah.
Fucking, they made me.
They had you
Big.
working. They had you super busy there. When we were doing the unburied adversaries
Yeah.
shit, as soon as we would like come in the door, they'd be there, and as soon as we walk out the door, they'd be coming back in and shit. You know what I mean?
But it was
You
just
work
like
around the
cool
clock.
as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And fucking,
Didn't you say dude got naked in the session one time?
yeah, he took all his clothes off.
Man.
He threw all his clothes outside of the booth, and then he was like, just in there snapping and fucking. I mean,
He
he
was in
wrapped
it.
his
He was
fucking
feeling
ass up. Hey, shout out to my homie Fawn.
Yeah.
Let's
Feeling
make some
it.
noise. That's my man.
Fawn, naked fawn.
R.I.P. I love you, bro.
Full on naked. Fine.
That was the guy that got naked past?
Huh?
The
Yeah,
guy that,
somebody killed him.
that's horrible to hear,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
I hate to hear that.
Wow.
Just terrible.
Gotta go to prison, you know what I'm saying? So,
Well,
But like, I don't know. I take offense to a lot of things I probably shouldn't. I don't know.
sometimes it's hard not to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, in the sake of us not getting too wasted and getting home safely and all that, and in the sake of us running over time a little bit because of us having a special guest and us having
Very
extra
special
callers,
guest.
Oh, yeah, all kinds of film and shit to drop down now.
super blast. I'm grateful that you came out, but I would like to do this more frequently. You know what I mean? I would
I
like to have
definitely
you
will.
be
Like, I
a
come
more regular presence on the show. You know what I mean? Because I think it'd really be cool. You have a lot of insight in the game that I think people would enjoy, and then you're also a fucking drunk Irish, fucking good for nothing,
Weird
tobacco
ass
spitting
dude.
prick barber that I think people would really enjoy to see being himself on live TV. So let's do this again sometime soon.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm definitely
Okay.
down.
Everybody, did anybody have anything pressing to say?
No,
Okay.
I've had a lot of fun.
Let's see if there's any comments that we can just really quick before we jump off here.
Low battery.
It said it just a bunch of stuff about the mic going in and out. Maybe Isaiah was in here. DLMF for life.
Oh wow! I didn't know we had that many.
The way that the microphones and stuff, the iPhone microphones work is if you're speaking directly into it, you'll get good audio. But if you're not directly into it, it'll like see it as background noise and cut it out, so the mics go in and out. I think.
Right.
Right. So we've probably got a lot of bad sound comments.
Anyway, goodbye. All right, cool. All right, so that's it. That's our show, folks.